Hello, everyone. We are back again for another exciting week. We have only got 2 weeks remaining. It is down to 2 labels, 2 weeks left. We're going to talk about the results of last week, look ahead to next week, and go ahead and dive into it. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce my first guest here. We got James. Go ahead and introduce yourself, James.
Hey, Bob. Thanks for inviting me tonight. I'm looking forward to this. My name is James. My channel is 20th and 21st Movies. We're about all things cinema. Just love talking, all things related to film and also a little bit of TV in there as well. So I like some TV series into She-Hulk recently and also House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. Really got into that. But very much about all things cinema, Criterion Collection, Arrow Video, Kino Lorber, and several other labels. Just love talking all things cinema at 20th and 21st Movies. Looking forward to the night.
Thanks again. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, let me go ahead and introduce my first guest. My next guest here, KB, loves movies. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I know I'm going to be doing a conversation with you tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. We're going to be recording our conversation sometime tomorrow. KB loves movies. And it's all about collecting, conversations, and reviews of movies. I'm all about being in contact with other movie lovers like Bob. So our conversations are the big thing right now. So I'll be having one with Bob. Also, Mel from My Killer Podcast is coming up soon. Looking forward to that as well. And also going to have my watches for the month of August coming up. So should be fun.
Awesome. Perfect. Appreciate you being here as well. Let me go ahead and introduce my next guest, Dell. You just had an anniversary, right?
I have an anniversary coming up tomorrow. It'll be my 25th wedding anniversary. My wife is watching in the other room. And thank you. And we
Congratulations.
Blessings.
She actually, in honor of that, decided to hop on the channel. So tomorrow we'll have a video coming out. So that's what's coming up on my channel. Again, my name is Dell, and I'm fairly new to the YouTube thing. Been doing that for a couple of months. Been on Instagram for a while. Hit 1,000 followers today. Also on that, so that was cool. And also on Twitter.
Awesome. Perfect.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It's funny, Dell. I honestly, when you told me 25 years, I was like, this guy he hardly looks 25. Honestly, man, you could easily pass for younger than 30 years old. No doubt about it.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's just me or you guys agree, but yeah, he looks way too young to be 25 years anniversary, man. Congrats.
Yeah, I was shocked to hear that. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah. Just celebrated my 51st birthday a couple months ago. So
holy cow. Dude, you do not look 50 at all. Holy cow, that's unbelievable.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday. Absolutely happy birthday. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of talk about what we've got looking forward to tonight. Let me go ahead and actually read off some of these people in the chat. All right, so we got Holland Oates. I think this is 5 weeks in a row you've been here. Every stream I see you in. Holland, thanks a lot. I appreciate you being here. All right. Discompletus, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. And George, I do not know if you recognize me. This is my second time in your live stream. Yes, I believe in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, you were here last week. And Gus showed up. Thanks for being here, Gus. I appreciate it.
What's up, Gus?
I know there's another live stream going on tonight, so I'm sure later on tonight when that ends, some people will jump in here. So hi, James and KB. And all right, thanks for being here, Alex. Appreciate it. He's going to be on next week, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of these results from last week. Let me go ahead and pull up the results here. So I know that it's funny because we had Tim and Binbuster advocating and going very hard for Criterion to beat Scream Factory, but unfortunately that happen. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we had 2 matchups. Let me go ahead and get here. I should have had this pulled up. I apologize. All right. Okay. So anyways, we had Scream Factory beating Criterion, and I'm talking it was super close. I did not pull up the numbers exactly, but it was about 52 to 48%.
Okay.
At one point, it was 51-49 Criterion, and Scream Factory just got a couple extra votes. So, but Arrow Video beat Second Sight about 70 to 30%. So it wasn't very close there.
Okay.
Yeah, which Second Sight has some great releases.
I know it does.
James,
Yeah.
you were talking a lot about the Arrow Video limited edition stuff, and it's there are some very nice Second Sight releases like the Dawn of the
I
Dead.
am really wishing I had ordered that Drive Second Sight. Every time I see that box that people show, I just think to myself, man, I wish I ordered that.
Yeah.
I'm in the same
good.
boat.
Looks so good.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. It does look good, but no, didn't get it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful set. I got that one, and I ended up getting Dawn of the Dead. I got Dawn of the Dead. Some guy was selling it for $99. I offered him like $88, and he accepted. And I was like, how? I couldn't believe it. Because it's going for like $200, $170, $180. So it was only, I think, $10 more than it was at retail MSRP, I believe. So I got
It was like 75.
Yeah, yep. So I got very lucky with that, and I didn't even have to pay shipping. So,
Nice.
okay,
Very good.
go ahead and talk about some of these 28 labels. Let me pull them up here that were already eliminated. So I know to anybody in the chat right now, a lot of my guests here, they are more, like James said, a lot more into Criterion, the classics, right? The bigger labels. So a lot of these underground B horror movies, I don't think they're going to own too many of. But let's go ahead and talk about anybody with full moon features.
I do have a full moon feature.
Look at
All
that.
right, Del.
I'm not as sophisticated as my two compadres here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So I do have one, and it is Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama.
Oh, let's pull
That's
this
an
up.
actual title.
Yep, that is an actual title.
Oh my
Sorority
goodness.
Babes in the what? In the Slime Ball Bolorama. Oh,
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
I used to
Okay,
watch
let me-
this all the
Let
time
me go to
on
IMDb here.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
it's
my
good
kind
stuff.
of movie, Dale.
Well, if for us older guys, we just talked about how old I am. If you ever watched the USA Up All Night back, and so I watched it a few times on that, and then when I just happened to be on their site, Full Moon Features, and I saw it, so I had to grab it. It's got
Gotcha.
aliens, got breaking into a bowling alley, got topless bowling, so it's got it all.
Awesome. Now, what number on the spine does that say? Because I know, like they put their
Mine
numbers.
on the spine. It has 981. I think that's what it says. WT
Okay.
981 or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Somebody was telling me that their numbers aren't really like it's not like Shout Select or anything like that.
No, I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure they don't have 981 releases.
No, they don't. Definitely not. But yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and if you guys want to talk, anybody got Scorpion releasing? I'm a fan of Scorpion. I do like a lot of what Scorpion does.
Mm-mm.
No.
This is gonna be quick.
The thing with Scorpion is they don't put their logo on the spine, not really, so it's on the back. So unless you have a section for your Scorpion releasing, you would never know if it's Scorpion or not. Okay, Umbrella Entertainment.
I got one.
All
So
right.
I have Run Lola
Ooh.
Run, which
Oh,
is
wow.
like
Oh,
I love this movie since it was on DVD. And this was, I think I was talking about this recently. This is one of the movies that, like, if someone came over to my house and I pulled out you got to watch this movie. This was one of them. So just searching through Umbrella Entertainment, and I saw that they had the upgrade for the Blu-ray with the actual director doing the commentary. I was like, yeah, I need to get this. And it became my first Umbrella title. So there you go.
And it comes with a nice slipcover too.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
I have the standard Blu-ray of that, but I haven't seen it yet. I almost nice reversible artwork too.
Yeah,
I
I love
haven't
that.
seen it. It's a funny story because I popped it in and then the title menu last second I put it on Closer, so I switched the movie. But I've got to see it. I've got to watch it because I have it and I put it on.
It's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's really good movie.
James, you've seen it or no?
No, I have not, but I definitely, have it on the watch list.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, check it out. It's really good.
Definitely. Anybody have Grindhouse releasing? They're more like they got a lot of cannibal movies. I just made a post the other day, and it's a lot of gore and stuff like that. Let's see here. Anybody with Film Detective? Sure.
I've got one.
I think it's one of Tim's favorite labels, I believe. He's very big into the classics. I think they do a lot of.
Yeah.
All right, take it away then.
I don't know if this qualifies as a classic, but it is. Let me get it there. Black Dragon's Revenge. See if I can get it. There you go.
Oh wow.
With Ron Van Cleef.
Yeah.
Is that martial arts then?
Yes, martial arts. Ron Van Cleef. He's a real martial artist, but he was also an actor, and he went over to China and made a bunch of movies. Quick story behind this one. Behind me getting this one, I was actually at a showing for a couple of classic martial arts movies, The Five Deadly Venom and 36 Chamber, and the guy who put on the show, who put on the showing, he had a booth also where he was selling movies, and this was one of them.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, he's still with us. Yeah.
Yeah, he is still with us.
I guess he'll turn 80 in January. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Jeez.
Yeah, I love IMDb.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I'll be on there, as we go through this, looking at some of these films, and that's definitely one I'm interested in for sure. I'd never heard that one before. Yeah.
Letterboxd became my new IMDb.
There's that's actually the sequel. The Black Dragon is the first one, but I don't have that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up on the chat. I always like to involve the chat because I appreciate it when they're paying attention to the chat. Appreciate you being here, Pops.
Hey, Pop.
Anybody who hasn't been following Pops has been doing a lot of live streams himself, and he's got, I think he's going to be doing another one probably Saturday, but he's been running a series, which is going to be a while because he's going all the way from, I believe, 1970 to 2020. And every 5 years they're doing, a stream. So
it's like a decade or 5 years or whatever.
Every 5 years. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Holland. Hey, Pops. Yeah, you are correct. I'm from the UK. Yep. George, I remember you. You were in here last week. Gus and Basement Blues. Appreciate you being here, Tony. Culture Trini in here.
What's up, Trini?
What's up, Trini?
Monster set from Second Sight. Absolutely. Yeah. I want to get that Monster as well. That is a great movie. Have you guys seen Monster?
Oh yeah.
I have not.
Yeah.
Man, that's it. Excellent.
You if you didn't know who was playing the lead, you would not think it was Charlize Theron because the makeup job that they did on her.
It's pretty amazing. Her performance is amazing.
Yeah, just do a Google search on it and you will not recognize her.
Ken, appreciate you being here.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Ken.
Culture Trini, Holland Oates. Hey, Kenny. Kenny Levels. All right.
Yeah, another good physical media report. I was glad to hear about Saturday Night Fever 4K.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that one.
October and November is getting busy.
I've said this before. I pay attention. I'm on Instagram all the time, Dawn of the Discs, and everybody else posting. I think somebody named Gore and that disc connected. He's always posting it. But to anybody who's not on Instagram, Ken's physical media report is excellent. It's perfect, especially for people not on Instagram.
It's so good.
Absolutely.
I told him that's my favorite segment that he does.
Yeah.
So we had our conversation.
It's awesome. And a lot of people tune into that for sure. I know Tim has said he doesn't like start physical media report. So it's definitely important for us physical media collectors. All right. Twilight time. Anybody?
I used to. I had, what was it? Stormy River. I had that. Now it's worth like $150 on DVD used.
I think one of my friends, Fish, he's been going to Vintage Stock. He has one like everywhere out by him. He's in oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank right here? But yeah, anyways, he's got a ton of them out there. And so let's see here. He talks about, I think they're all limited to 3,000 copies. Every one of their releases, I believe, were. So
Yeah.
they're pretty limited. And obviously they're gone now. All right. Troma films, anybody? Probably not.
I've got one on
Never heard of
DVD, if that
Okay.
counts.
Toxic
Yeah,
Avenger.
absolutely.
And I've got Romeo and Juliet.
That's worth the point.
Yeah, it is. It is their take on Romeo and Juliet. It's pretty insane.
Oh my goodness. I recently watched a Troma film. I'm very big into the 80s, like raunchy comedies and just anything 80s. And I watched one called Last Day of School, and it was not good. I love my, comedies from the 80s, but this was so bad. But it's Troma. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What do you
Oh
expect?
man,
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Anybody with Code Red?
Nope.
no.
I just recently made a list. I've got lists for everything. I'm insane, but I made a list of every Code Red release that they've ever done. So I make lists for all these labels and what I want to get and try to complete it, and then I write it. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. But we know as collectors, if you don't write it down, you miss out, or if you miss out, then you don't remember what it was, or and then it goes out of print. Who knows? So
Yeah.
Let's see here. Next up, Warner Archive Collection. Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me pull something. Be right back.
I just pulled one, but I have a lot of them. So I pulled Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. So Betty Davis, Joan Crawford, classic movie. Borderline horror in a little bit because it's like a thriller in a sense, but just some of the things they do to each other, and you think about their relationship in real life, it's it's quite on point. But yeah, Warner Archive is great, especially when they had their site and they used to do the 4 for 44 sales. I really miss that. I mean, you could get it on Amazon, and recently that other site had a sale, but there's a lot of them. The Shaft movies on there, a lot of old westerns from the 50s and 60s on there. They have a really good selection. Action Jackson.
Nice. And I think that What Happened to Baby Jane is on a digibook format as well, which I'm trying to collect like every digibook out there. So
Nice.
Go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I got The Wrong Man. I haven't watched this one yet. I need to watch this one. I've heard good things about it. Of course, it's Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Gotta watch this. I'll probably watch this week, maybe. But I got Stage Fright earlier as well, and I love that film. So I gotta watch Wrong Man. Stage Fright's also Warner Archive. It's upstairs. I didn't run up there, but I did go over here a little bit and get this one here. So looking forward to watching this one for sure.
Yeah, I got that on a 4-pack of Hitchcock movies with that, Dial M for Murder, I Confess, and Suspicion. So, and it's all individual discs, so it's pretty
I've
good.
never even heard of that, Wrong Man.
Yeah.
Heard of
Henry
it.
Fonda,
haven't seen
great
it, though.
movie.
Henry
Great
Fonda,
movie.
Vera Miles, I'm sure it's awesome. It
really is.
And it's Hitchcock, so
Let's have a conversation after you watch that, James.
I've got one, but it's not so awesome. So it's Supergirl.
The Love Witch,
okay.
brother.
Hey.
Appreciate you being here, George. All right, let me go ahead.
It's
George
not,
in the UK. It's like 2:00 in the morning for him, right?
Yeah.
Didn't win any awards, but I've got it.
Supergirl. Okay.
Which one is it? Go ahead and show it once more if you don't mind. Sorry.
Supergirl.
Oh, nice. Okay, yep. I saw that one on there. Releases. All right, let's get into the next one here. We've got the MVD Marquee Collection. Anybody familiar with that?
No, I don't have anything for that.
I've been collecting a lot of their titles. I think they're around 60 now, 60 releases. Some come with slips, some don't. But I probably got about 40 of them. I racked up them during the Target sale.
It's kind of random which ones comes with slips too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Now the MVD Rewind Collection, all of their titles come with slipcovers.
Yeah, I like those covers.
And they number their spine on the top, and it's consistent numbers. And then they got MVD Visual, which I think also partners with like Unearthed Films and stuff like that, because you'll see MVD Visual sometimes on the back of other labels.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up, we've got 88 Films. Anybody got any of those box sets or any of the martial arts films they released?
I don't have a martial arts film from them, but I do have Swamp Thing.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Wes Craven directed that one.
Wes Craven's superhero movie. Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And if you want to see the difference in PG now and PG then, this is a good one to watch. There are 2 topless scenes of now I'm drawing a blank on her name all of a sudden.
Wasn't that Adrian Barbeau?
Thank you. Adrian Barbeau, yes.
Yeah.
And then Heather Locklear is in the sequel, or it's Heather Locklear, right?
Yeah, she's in the sequel. I've got that one up there somewhere, but it's not.
I love Wes Craven, but I think the sequel's a little bit more fun. I think.
Yeah, it's fun. It's even campier.
Yeah.
Than this
that's what it is. It's more campy.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, which I think for me, I enjoyed the first one, but it's a bit not as exciting, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's fair to say, but yeah. Okay, he's got that one right there. Nice. And I know MVD Rewind Collection put out the sequel, Return to Swamp Thing. And it was like, I think number 2 or 3 in the spine. So I got that right behind me. And I think an American company put out Swamp Thing, but I can't remember who. But I didn't know 88 Films did. Thank you for pulling that.
Yep.
Nice.
Let's see here. Anybody with Ronin flicks?
No
Ronin flicks.
Ronin.
Ronin flicks did the Haunt. Has anybody seen Haunt?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, for this October, your homework, James and Dell, is to watch. KB, you said
The
you
Haunt?
seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And you would recommend it, right?
Yeah.
The Haunt. Okay.
It's
just a fun
Haunt.
ride.
Just Haunt.
Just Haunt. Okay.
Yeah,
Haunt.
it's a haunted house, right? Yeah, haunted house. And I always get that and like carnivals mixed up. But yeah, it's a haunted house. They have a standard release, but I got this collector's edition of it from them. Came in a box and everything. It's absolutely stunning. But yeah. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and read off some of the comment section here. Catch up, Mike. Appreciate you being here, Magic Hands. Hey, fellas, Floyd in the house. Thank you for being here. Kung Fu, get them out. Chris is here. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Swamp Thing, Adrian.
She was famous for a few things.
Yeah. All right. Screen Factory put out Swamp Thing. That release is out of print now. Yep, that's who it was. I was trying to remember. We'll probably get a 4K or something. Who knows at some point. Next up, anybody with Eureka Entertainment?
I do have one.
Dell's pulling out all the titles tonight.
I know. He's getting all the points.
I'm trying. This
Dell,
is
you've already won.
This is Ganja and Hess. So
yeah.
A lot of people are not familiar with this. It's a vampire movie, black vampire movie from the 70s. And wow. It's really an art house flick. It's not really like a straightforward horror. So if you watch it, you'll have to really pay attention to it. It's really good though. And Spike Lee 10 years ago maybe called it The Sweet Blood of Jesus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
I remember that.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Olive Films. I like Olive Films. They released Secret Admirer, which had Kelly Preston, and I was in love with Kelly Preston in the 80s. I wasn't even alive in the 80s, but her in the 80s, big fan.
Yeah.
So
I got one, and then there's one that the one I definitely want is Bound, which was made by the Wachowskis with Gina Gershon and what's her name? The one from Bride of Chucky.
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah. But the one I have, shout out to my daughter for getting this, is Raw. If you've ever seen this documentary / madness movie, it's borderline a snuff film, but it's crazy. Even if you've never seen it, go and watch the Double Toasted podcast talk about this movie, and it will give you a good indication of what you're in for when you watch this movie. Even though they show scenes from it and everything, you'll still want to go and watch the whole movie just to get the full experience of it. But this is just insanity on film.
I've heard about it, and that's the one where they use actual wild animals and didn't really train them very well. Like
no
lions.
trained animals. No trained animals.
Oh, wow.
And it's Tippi Hedren from The Birds, talking Hitchcock, and a young Melanie Griffith, who is her daughter, if you didn't know, Dakota Johnson's mom.
I did not, for the longest time, I did not know that Dakota Johnson's mother was
she's
and
third generation.
Melanie Griffith's mother is, somebody help me out here.
Tippi Hedren.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just, oh my goodness, I was like, wow, that's crazy when I found all that out. Let's see here. Floyd says pinky up, James.
He's gonna put some shame when it comes to Criterion. Don't worry about it.
Ganja and
absolutely.
Yep. And hey guys, Henry, appreciate you being here. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. Anybody with Severin? I'm gonna say James and TV now.
Give me a second, Bob. We can go back to Olive for 1 minute. I do have one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize you had one. I'm sorry.
That's good. That's all right. Jekyll and Hyde together again. So there's another one of those I used to watch on late night cable on HBO. It's like a parody of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from the 80s. So Bob, if you haven't seen this one, you might want to check this one out. It's crazy.
There's so many Jekyll and Hyde movies, right?
There's tons of them. This one, Mr. Hyde, is basically a pimp. He's more or less. He's a pimp. When he transforms, when Dr. Jekyll transforms into Mr. Hyde, a gold chain literally pops out of his skin and comes up onto his neck, and a pinky ring and a big coke nail. It's crazy.
That's good. Does he have a fedora too? Because that completes the look.
No fedora, but it's a white guy, and he's got that 80s perm. He's got that 80s perm going.
Hey, white guys wore fedoras as pimps too.
True.
I think my cell phone keeps dipping out, so I'm going to switch to my MacBook here, and so I'll be right back.
No problem. All right, let's see here. I really wish a lot of these companies would have slipcovers, especially Vinegar Syndrome. Got the new Death Wish one on 4K from Amazon. Pre-order came no slip. That pisses me off to no end. How do you guys feel about slipcovers? And like it should or it doesn't matter to you?
If I'm paying full price, I expect it. When you get something brand new, like a good example would be the Happy Death Day movies or Giant, especially with 4Ks or something from a boutique label and you pay full price and there's no slip. I mean, that's included in the price to me. So if you're putting out stuff without it, that means you're shorting us or you should lower the price, one or the other.
Good, James?
Yep. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're very clear. Yep.
You're booming.
Yeah.
If I have a choice, I'll get the one with the slip. But if it's not a choice, it doesn't bother me one way or the other. So because to me, it's just more important to have the movie. But if I have a choice, if I go into a store and there's two copies, one with and one without, I'll pick the one with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, I definitely prefer a slip.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing a series, I guess now is a good time to announce it, but in a couple weeks here, towards the end of the month, I'm going to be doing a Steelbook or Slipcovers tournament. It's going to be 3 weeks long, and it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be a lot of guests, and I'm going to have I'm going to try to have the world's biggest Steelbook collectors and the world's biggest slipcover, collectors as well.
Well, make sure you have Tony on there from Basement Blues.
I already got Tony.
Okay, then you're good.
Tony for sure, yeah.
Tim was very, very up for the Steelbook one. So Steelbooks will be the first week. Then we'll be going over slipcovers. And the way it's going to work, the way I'm hoping to set it up, if I could get 8 guests each week, I'm going to have 8 guests the first week, which will be Steelbooks. The top 4 winners will move on to the final round. And then the
Okay.
following week will be Slipcovers. Same thing, 8 guests. The top 4 winners will move on to the final round, and all 8 winners for the top spot. And I will be giving away a good prize at the end of the tournament to whoever wins.
Cool.
So it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. So anybody in this stream or listening that thinks they have the best steelbook collection out there, definitely get to me on Instagram, and I'll make sure to look at this comment. Tony wins hands down.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And don't make Tony choose between slips and steelbooks. I did, and Tony said put him on either week. He didn't care. So
Put him on the slips. There's
Yeah.
a lot of steelbook people. Put him on the slips.
Yeah. So Pops has got a lot of stuff too, and Tim's, that's the fun thing about this is there's some people out there with some stuff that some of these big collectors won't have. You never know. So it'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. Movie Hunter has every steelbook. He does, but he doesn't do YouTube, so he doesn't show his face. I don't know if anybody who knows who Movie Hunter is. 2020, I believe.
Yep.
On,
Oh.
Instagram, but he collects every single American steelbook release.
Oh,
It's
wow.
crazy.
Yep. Every anime.
That's
It doesn't
impressive.
matter.
No, he's got 'em.
Yep. And he keeps them sealed too. Steelbook champions. Tony wins hands
Okay.
down. Just trying to catch up here. Amazon is the king of no slips.
For real.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I'm surprised when I get a slip from Amazon. I'm like, ooh.
Well, anybody listening, if you order Vinegar Syndrome from Amazon, you will 100% get no slipcover because you have to order
Okay.
directly from Vinegar Syndrome if you want the slipcover.
Okay.
And that's kind of like Vinegar Syndrome's thing, to get to order directly from them. If you want the slip, you got to order from them. So because I ordered once and so did a friend of mine, like day one, and there was no slipcover from Amazon for Vinegar Syndrome. All right, let's see here. Severin, anybody?
I've got another DVD for Severin.
Okay, I didn't even know they had DVDs. Jeez.
Go back.
This one is Inglourious Basterds, the not the Tarantino one, but the one
The
from the
original.
70s. Yeah, the original. I don't know how well that's picking up.
Okay, I can
You
see
got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think I found this at a pawn shop, but it's in great shape, and it's a fun movie. That's really, and the storyline is completely different from the Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's more like a POW's kind of trying to escape kind of deal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All righty. Because I know some of these companies like Synopse has DVDs as well. Let's see here. Went over Severin. Mondo Macabro. Nobody, I would assume.
No.
That was the one label on the first week. I wanted to make sure one of the 4 of us had every label to at least show off one copy, and none of us had Mondo. And then Ken was like, I got one. So he's like, I only have it because Joe Martinez sent it.
I remember that.
Yeah. I didn't want to have a label none of us had, so that wouldn't have been very fun.
Yeah.
I
mean, part of what's cool about this for me is, of course, my collection is very heavy Criterion. I'm getting into Arrow, getting into, I've got some Kino Lorber stuff, and I'm just like picking up some ideas of some of these labels. Of course, I've talked to another YouTuber who's big on Imprint, and so you sort of pick up, okay, that's an interesting label. They release some nice stuff, and so I'll sort of spread the wings a little bit and start picking up some more of these titles. I'm getting my first Vinegar Syndrome title with that Amityville Horror 4K, so sort of slowly spreading the wings outside of
James,
the,
I'm very
Criterion box there.
I'm surprised to see you getting into the Vinegar Syndrome game. Maybe this is their plan.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. But when I saw that, on Instagram, like, oh, Amityville, Horror 4K. It's like, oh, okay, that's the title I'll pick up from them.
Yeah.
So I went ahead, pre-ordered
could be a selling point for them to get everybody to start jumping on the Vinegar Syndrome. I'll be honest with you. And Magic Hands in here knows that for a while I trashed on Vinegar Syndrome. I'm not the highest on them, but I will admit they are growing on me big time. They on their website, and I didn't know this because I'm very big into I make my list and I have to have the number and the spine and all that stuff. And sometimes it's hard to find it. And on Vinegar Syndrome's website, they'll show you they'll tell you exactly what number it is in their catalog. So it says VS, and then they have sub labels. They got all their partner labels, and Vinegar Syndrome's starting to do better titles, so they're starting to climb the ranks for me.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Is I just hadn't found any or heard of any titles of films I wanted to pick up from them. You know, most of what I heard from them, I was like, not sure if I want to watch that. You know, but you know, Amityville Horror. You know, I was like, oh, definitely, I'll definitely do that. You know, I'm in.
And they're doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Okay.
Which is kind of a cult classic. I didn't care for that one. I'm not.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like horror comedy, but that one didn't work for me. But coming after the very serious Texas Chainsaw Massacre classic like that, I didn't like where they went with the direction of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So I'm more into a lot more serious type of horror for me. Let's see here. Mill Creek. Do we all have one?
I've got one. I've got a couple actually, but I've got Hard Bodies.
Oh yes, I like Hard Bodies. I had fun with that one.
Mega Mike, where you at?
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be right back.
So if you can't tell, I watched a lot of late night cable back in the 80s, and I decided when I came across a lot of these movies, I'd buy them. So there you go.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, man, Hard Bodies, I was a fan of. In one night, I watched 3 of those. I watched Hard Bodies, I think Loose Ends, or what was it? Losing It,
Yeah,
which I think has Tom Cruise in
Losing
it.
It.
Is that Tom Cruise?
I know Shelley Long, I think, is in it.
And then there was one with Tom Cruise. I can't remember what it was.
That might be it.
That might be it. Yeah, I think
it.
Kino put that out, I believe. And then I recently just rewatched. Have you guys ever seen the one with Johnny Depp? It's called Private Resort.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Long time ago.
Long time ago. Yeah.
It's on Tubi right now. I just rewatched it actually. But yeah, it's still fun. Like, these aren't the best movies. Like, I watched Weekend at Bernie's today, and it's that one's good. You know, like, none of these are perfect, but the 80s are just my sweet spot.
They're fun.
Yes. And honestly, to me, at least they're funny. And like you just said, they're fun. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't feel like a lot of the comedies today are very fun or funny.
Yeah. This one is from the end of the 80s. That's
Skin Deep.
John Ritter. Yeah.
John Ritter. He was already popular on TV when this came out with Three's Company and the spinoff, which was Jack's Bistro. And then he came out with this, and I don't know. I love this movie. It has like a great line that he does talking about his love for women, and I don't know. It's just one of these things that I always remember. So this is a good comedy that really wrapped up the 80s, like you were talking about. So I think this is 80, 89. So right at the end of the decade, but this is a good Mill Creek title.
And that's I was just about to say that's Mill Creek. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, James, you got one?
Yeah, got an old DVD set out for Hitchcock. One of these Mill Creek. This is Mill Creek Entertainment, and these are, I mean, horrible DVD quality, horrible. But the movies are, but it's like 26 movies. A lot of these have been released by Criterion on Blu-ray, and of course, it's kind of fun to do the comparison to see how off. It really gives you an appreciation for the restoration work that they do on these older black and white movies. Just seeing a nice 4K restoration on a Blu-ray compared to these old Mill Creek DVDs, it just gives you an appreciation for the restoration work that they do. And but yeah, it's like 20 movie classics from Alfred Hitchcock from Mill Creek on these DVDs. So
now he directed. I'm sorry here. He directed a lot of shorts though as well, right?
A few shorts, I think, but I think most of these are feature films.
So how many, does anybody know how many like official feature length films he directed in his career?
I'm not sure.
It's over 50.
It's like 50.
Yeah, I know it's like
50.
Over 50.
There's some that are lost that we'll never see on physical media. And
he started in Great Britain in like the late 20s, 30s, and then moved to America in 40 or whatever. So
because Criterion has a lot of his films, but now I'm seeing Warner Archives got a lot, and Milton's got some too. So it's in Kino has
Universal.
So
Mm-hmm.
his films are all over the place, spread out. Obviously Universal's been doing those box sets. So
Bob, I have a complete list. I could send it to you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I like lists too.
I probably only like 8. You know, when it comes to lists, you know, I've talked about it, but as collectors, I got my buddy here, like Magic Hands. Sometimes I'll try and send him a list or something like that.
50 movies. Okay, yeah.
And I made a list. My buddy, the one that goes to Vintage Stock, he told me to make him a list of all these movies, all the digibooks I want, and he just keeps an eye out. And he's gotten me a ton so far. So it helps, you know. He just kind of crosses it off, and I'll Venmo him or we trade, and it works out. So that's the one thing I really like about the movie community is, you know, I feel like this guy right here, I mean, everybody looks out for each other. I feel like that. I personally have experienced that. So whether it's telling people, nobody was trying to hide that Saw. Everybody posted it for people to see, that collectors.
Right. Yeah.
That thing is beautiful.
Tony did a great video on that a couple days ago.
Yep. I saw that one. He compared it, the sizes of it and things like that. So, Floyd said some of us actually lived through the 80s, right, KB and James?
And Dell.
and me.
51. And me. Wow, those DVDs came with the sponge. Isn't there a Hitchcock collection of his international films from Kino? I'm not sure. I don't know about that.
There's the early British international films. There's a collection of that. There's like 4 or 5 titles on it. On DVD, there's House of Hitchcock that has a whole bunch. What we're seeing put out right now is mostly Universal, but the Blu-ray actually got licenses from other companies. So there'll be more on Blu-ray than there'll be on 4K just because licenses are harder these days.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Greetings, everyone. This is a great panel of rock stars.
What's up, Monkey?
Appreciate you being here.
Howdy.
All right. Let's see. Imprint. Anybody?
No Imprint.
No
Imprint.
See,
there's a couple I want.
I don't have any Imprint either, and I've been hesitant. There's a couple I want too, but they number their spines, and they're releasing like 7 or 8 a month. And it's
oh wow,
out of print. So yeah, they're doing about 7 or 8. I have up I wrote all theirs to find them all on their website, write them all down. It's like I've got 140 written down, and that was just a couple months ago, and they're already past 190 now. So
wow. 50. I can't believe they got Blue Chips with Shaq in it.
They do a lot.
That's a good movie. I like that. I like Blue Chips.
Very nice work that they do. I'm just hesitant as well as Indicator. They are another company overseas that I want to collect some of their titles.
I've heard good things about them.
But another one that numbers their spines, and I just it would just my OCD and needing to. I'm like Pops. Me and Pops. I swear I'm like Pops' little mini me.
You want to complete them all.
So you're a completionist, Bob?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's really bad though.
Okay.
I'm a terrible completist. Yeah, and I say completionist too, and then people correct me. So
yeah, I can't keep it straight. Which is which? It's completionist. I can't keep them straight.
Yeah, I've always said completionist, and people were like, "It's not completionist," and
that's what I've always said.
Completist? Oh, is that what it is?
I guess I've always said it like you, James. You know, people will correct.
We both know what you mean.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But people on YouTube will be like, it's, write a 6-page paragraph about why you're wrong.
Potato.
Yeah.
Move on.
So, yeah. I mean, I shared this story. I had some guy telling me it's synapse, not synapse. And
yeah, I remember you telling that. Yeah.
And the funny thing about that is if you go and listen to Synapse Films podcast, the CEO calls it synapse. So, I mean, I'm going to just say what the man who created the, label calls it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with that.
Let's see here. Paramount Presents, who is releasing everything on 4K from their label.
Oh, man, they got me pissed off right now. So I just pulled one. I got like 8 of them, but I just pulled this one because it's the first one I could think about it. So, I'm to the point now, unless I watch it, I'm not opening them anymore. Like,
I was about to open up Fatal Attraction, and they announced it on 4K. So I'm like,
Yeah, they're upsetting a lot of people with that, aren't they?
yeah, I'm one of them. So you'll notice still wrapped.
Yeah.
So unless
Okay.
I watch it or they announce 4K of it, it's gonna stay wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
They just announced another 48 hours on 4K today, I think.
And 48 hours before that. So I think they're coming out on the same day.
Luckily, and I'm hoping, because number 36 is that Blue Hawaii, the Elvis one, that Elvis Blue Hawaii or something like that it's called. That's a 4K that they just announced. I'm hoping that this is like them being like, you know what, we're going to start doing everything in 4K, because it is 4K scans. So why not just release it on 4K? Don't do that and then the Blu-ray and then release it on 4K when you could have just done a 4K disc.
Yeah, gotta get your money twice.
And the whole thing is the pricing of them really don't waver too much. Like if you went out to buy Liberty Balance today, you're paying almost as much as it was when it came out the original day. So,
and I told a friend of mine, because I don't have them all, but I'll get them all because I need them because of the numbered spines. But I told a friend they should, with the 4K, so like 48 hours, another 48 hours, Fatal Attraction, whatever else, they should be dropping the price on the Paramount Presents ones. If
it's
they're
true.
So James, I think you pulled one.
Yeah, Liberty Balance.
There you go.
Number 31. This is a great movie, man. Tell you what, Jimmy Stewart, John Wayne, Vera Miles. I mean, just fantastic. I definitely want to rewatch it. It's so good. But yeah, this is number 31, and this is 4K. So very happy with this. Looks great. Looks fantastic. Looks good.
I got it. Haven't seen it yet because I think I got like 30, 31, 32.
It is a great movie.
I got Rough Cut. Has anybody seen Rough Cut? The 80s. Yeah. And what was the other one? Back to the Beach? Yeah.
Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon.
I think I saw those when I was like 12 or 13. But by that time, I was watching stuff like Hard Body, so that was too corny.
Yeah. I got into let's see here. I'm going to catch up on the chat. Greetings, everyone. Okay. Yep. I read that here. Severin, we already went over. Monkey. One person pulled the Severin DVD. I keep missing your videos. It's always a regret I have. I am never available, but I'm jealous. Well, you could always catch the replays.
Yeah.
On anything, and make sure, once again, I always try to remember to say this: smash that like button for one, if you haven't already. But number two, everybody's description is in the everybody's link is in the description to their YouTube channels. So they're all posting videos on there. So go and subscribe to their pages. And support them. And like I said, KB does his conversations on there, and I'll be doing one tomorrow with him. So
awesome.
And he's got one with My Killer Podcast coming up. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see here. The people that put those Child's Play discs are also completists. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I've only heard it said completionist. Yeah. See, I too like that. Floyd, I always wish I would be available during your videos since it's always a regret I have. All right. I do try when I can. What is up, guys?
Tim's here.
We watch Castle, but wanted to stop in and see this amazing group of people. I'll be listening to this whole thing in my work truck tomorrow. Thanks, Tim. Sounds good. Appreciate you being here.
Tim, you got to multitask. Tim, you got to watch the TV and have the phone over here watching us at the same time.
And he's watching what is the Game of Thrones prequel?
House of the Dragon.
Yeah, he's watching that today.
I tell you what, man, before that premiered, I had no real plans of getting into that at all. I mean, with season 8 of Game of Thrones, I was so disappointed. I was pretty much done. I still love the overall series, but I just was so disappointed with how season 8 ended. So I wasn't really excited about this one coming up. But then I watched that first episode and I was all the way back in. I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'm back.
Fantasy.
I am into this. I love these new characters. I love the story, and I mean, so far I am really enjoying it. It's got that guy Matt Smith. He was in last night from in Soho. He's like he plays Damon. He's the bad guy or one of the bad guys, and he is so good, so ruthless, and I like the king. I like the daughter. I like all the characters. They're just, I mean, good stuff.
Confession: I've never seen 1 minute of Game of Thrones.
I haven't.
Okay.
Never, not 1 second. I'm
Okay.
not big into fantasy though. Like, and I'm gonna admit something on here, and I watch our stream go down to 5 people after I said it. I've never seen Star Wars or Lord of the Rings as well.
Okay. Now the thing with Game of Thrones is it does have some fantasy elements, but it's more in the political intrigue space. So it doesn't really have much in the way of like magic or wizards or anything like that. It does have dragons, but it's very heavy on political intrigue. It's called Game of Thrones. It's about trying to who will control the Iron Throne and the backstabbing and machinations and people scheming, and it's very fascinating.
Now, I would watch for Emilia Clarke, especially if she's smiling at all in the movie or the show, because she's got the world's greatest smile.
Well, you got 8 seasons of her to catch up on.
Yeah, she had an amazing run. Her character Daenerys, and this prequel is basically 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, and it's basically her family 200 years ago. And it's I'm actually liking it better than I liked season 7 or season 8 of Game of Thrones. I mean, I'm really digging it.
Question for you, KB, I believe.
What does it say?
The monkey said, since he's wearing the Ghostbusters shirt, will you be watching it soon?
Ghostbusters.
You know what I need to watch? I need to watch the last one because I still haven't seen it. What is it? Afterlife?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that either.
I haven't seen it either.
I grabbed someone's phone. If you could give me the full view here. Let's see if this comes through. So there is an entry. There's an entry for that, but apparently there's no entry for this.
Oh, wow.
That's what I end up finding too, because I Googled completionist one day and it showed up as completist. And I was
completist.
I was like, whatever.
So Bob,
it doesn't matter, but
we stand corrected, I guess.
I
guess
so. I wanted to know for myself because
Well, why we shaming me? Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Don't worry.
Shame.
I got James too by this completist, and he's got completist, so not completion. Yeah, me and you both, we got shamed. I think this is for you, James. I have a question for James. Does James love the song by Aqua called Dr. Jones? Maybe Dr. James. I'd love to hear his opinion on it. I don't know if it's for you.
I've never heard that. Love the song by Aqua? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
I take James for more of a Barbie girl fan.
Let's hear. Yep, shame. See, this completist. So I actually enjoyed Afterlife.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. MVD Rewind Collection, the one with the numbered spines and the slipcovers. Anybody?
I don't. I thought I did, but I don't think this one's
me too.
one.
I thought I did too.
Pro,
so
I think it's not.
No, that's not. That's actually like I think Lionsgate Vestron.
Yeah, I was just kind of grabbing stuff before we got on, and I thought this one wasn't, but I guess I don't.
That might be like it was part of the Mill Creek thing, but it's not Mill Creek. It's like Vestron. I actually own every MVD Rewind collection except one. It's Double Dragon. And somebody, I haven't been able to find it for like 6 months at all, not on eBay once, because I want it with the slipcover, of course. It's the only one I'm missing. And finally found it today, and somebody's selling it for like 55, and I'm like, ooh. Yeah. So I made an offer. It's like 50 something. I made an offer for like 40 and no response. I'm willing to pay like 40 maybe, but I'm like, sometimes you need one more, and you're like, oh boy. Somebody's got a bid starting at $100. I'm like, what a
wow.
Do you do Macari? Because I would do a search for Macari.
Yeah, I've looked on Macari. It's the damn Double Dragon. It's hard to find. Anybody with 101 films?
No one.
I'm gonna kill Monokuri, so I still haven't opened my copy of Double Dragon. That lucky.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Floyd,
that's
that
just trolling you.
spike in viewership after each video is because of me catching up on what I missed from the live. Alrighty. Blue Underground.
Yeah, I've got a Blue Underground.
Yeah.
And it's before Scream
You got
Factory put it out. It's they put out a Toolbox Murders.
Yep.
Oh,
no.
no.
It's fine there. You can barely see it if it's there. Let's see.
They got that on 4K as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, there it is, Blue Underground. But yeah, it's a fun slasher movie, and he's definitely killing people with things right out of the toolbox.
Nice. I gotta watch that one. I really do, and it's a beautiful slipcover that they got with that too. So
With the 4K, yeah.
yeah. Let's see here. Synopse Films, which is like top 3 favorite labels for me personally. I love Synopse.
I don't have anything.
I do not.
All right. They got some good 4Ks and all that stuff too.
Yeah, I know they released of course, Arrow. I have Arrow Tenebrae from Arrow, and I think Synopse also released a version of Tenebrae as well, but I went with the Arrow version.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a Synopse Films box set back there. Let's see here. I like to double dip on these Arrow and Synopse because I love Arrow videos, limited edition stuff. Shout Factory, which could be Shout Select.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a few of those. Yeah, from what I understand, it's like this. It's like a love-hate relationship with Scream and Shout, right? With that people have in terms of quality control and
yeah.
Hold up.
Let me go ahead and catch up here. Monkey says I want a 4K of the original Dr. Dolittle and Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle films. I don't know if that will happen. That might even be Fox or Disney. Went back and forth, but went with Synopse Tenebrae. I haven't seen any of Dario Argento's films yet. James, have you? You've watched Deep Red?
Yeah, Deep Red and Tenebrae. And I've really gotten into Ken at mid-level. He got me into recommended the whole Dario Argento thing. And so I've definitely I've checked out a couple of his with those Arrow limited editions. So Deep Red, which is really good, as well as Tenebrae. And so it's the Italian giallo type.
Someone said Tenebrae is their favorite of his. So everybody's got a different opinion on him, but
I love Tenebrae. Tenebrae is so good. And that 4K looks amazing.
Are any of those slasher-esque at all?
Yeah, it definitely has slasher elements to it, but it's like an Italian giallo, like slasher type film, and I'll show the.
While he's doing that, the only one I've seen is the original Suspiria. That's the only one I've seen of this.
Yeah, so this is Tenebrae, and really dig this. Oh, woof woof! But yeah, I love this edition and the special features. For me, I'm just now getting into Italian giallos and really discovering what they're all about. And some of the special features. What's that?
What does the back look like? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. So you take the J card off. It looks like this. So gotcha. Scream there for the lady there. And but yeah, I love this cover. And the special features do a nice job of teaching you more about Dario Argento, his style. With this film, it was a return to his roots of his Italian giallo films. He had gotten sort of more into the fantasy type films with like Suspiria and some other films, which I have not seen. And this is him getting back to his roots with those giallo films. And the features do a nice job of explaining, okay, what are giallo films? Because that's something I wasn't very familiar with. And so it was like, oh, okay, that, it really gives you an appreciation for Italian giallo, what it's all about. So I really enjoyed that.
I'll show off my Synopse Films Tenebrae here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So you haven't watched it yet, Bob?
No, I haven't watched this.
Yeah.
I got every Argento film from Synopsis and Arrow because I got all 4 of the or 3. So I want to. The reason I'm going to double dip on this and Phenomena, which is behind me, because the Deep Red, Bird with Crystal Plumage, and Cat O' Nine Tails all match the same artwork. They're all, you could show your front of yours again. They all match.
Deep Red Arrow.
Yeah, Deep Red. They all have that like splash right there. So that's why I got a double dip because they just look great together. So, but the reason you said this looks great on 4K, anybody who hasn't watched any Synopsis films yet, I brag about them all the time, but their restorations, their transfers are second to none. Honestly, Arrow Video has great transfers. So when you're putting 2 of the best in the game together and collabing, you're going to get the best transfer possible. Because Synopsis Films is the best in my opinion, and Arrow is probably second. So you got the 2 best labels when it comes to transfers doing it work together. And if you listen to Synopsis Films podcast, the co-CEO or whatever, he has talked about how much fun they had working with Arrow Video, and how they have more stuff in the future that they're going to work together on down the road, because they both had fun with it and they both want to do more work with each other. So that's super exciting for Synopsis Films and Arrow fans like myself, because they're 2 of my favorite in the game. So that makes me very happy to hear that.
I mean, you're gonna love the way Tenebrae looks. It's man, I was blown away at how good it looks. I mean, it's a 40-year-old film. It's from '82, and it just looks great, beautiful.
There's one I'll pull really quick. This right here, and I know Ken's talked about. I think either Tombs of the Blind Dead or I'm not sure, the Living Dead at Manchester Morgue or whatever. But this Massacre at Central High, it's getting a standard release on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
The 13th. Now I can't really show the back of it. I'll try to cover it. That's what the back looks like.
Okay.
Yes, they got like a sexual assault scene on the back here.
My gosh.
The disc has nudity on it. The booklet has nudity. The inside of the steelbook has nudity.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of nudity on Synopsis Films, Severin, Vinegar Syndrome. You're gonna get nudity on their stuff. But this movie, it's not what you like based on the back of it. It is such a unique film. I'm trying to eventually do a review on this with Brian Goes Blue, and but not a lot of people have talked about it, so we want to like give people the opportunity to see it before we kind of talk about it. But yeah, Massacre at Central High is from the 70s, and it looks like it is an 8K. It's a Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray release. It's not even 4K. But when I was watching that, I was like, I've never seen a Blu-ray this good, and it's from the 70s. So I mean, there's a lot that can be done when it comes to 70s, but that just it blew me away.
Film restorations, there's nothing like it.
Wow, great work that they're doing.
Because I watched The Scream from 2022, and my disc got stuck. It paused, it froze midway through the film, and I put the Blu-ray on because I wanted to finish it. And I thought the Blu-ray looked just as good as the 4K. Maybe it's these newer films, but yeah, somebody told me films that are shot on film have so much more that they could do with like restoration. Yeah. And I'm not I don't know much about restoration, but I thought the video for Jaws was really cool, where they show you what they went back and did and cleaned each clip and all that stuff. So I try to explain people when they're like, why don't we get 4K and everything? And I'm like, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And they got to make sure it's going to sell too. So unless you're Paramount, and then you're just going to,
I don't know if any of you guys watch Serial at Midnight, but he did a great video on the
I was just thinking about that,
making 4K.
Yeah. I like Serial at Midnight. Yeah. He's a pretty cool guy.
I do have a shout, and it is.
I think we got into that. I apologize.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Captain America. This is 1990, and so it is most definitely not Chris Evans, and it is not anywhere near as good as the Chris Evans or the MCU Captain Americas. But it is It is kind of fun. His shield doesn't even look as good as it does on the cover here, by the way. It's like a plastic shield. It's funny.
It's not made of Wakandan vibranium.
Not really.
Let me catch up on the chat for 2 seconds here.
Yeah.
We got to answer Floyd's question. So, which is better, Tenebrae, Arrow, or Synopsis? So, it's the same transfer because they worked on it together, Arrow and Synopsis. So the only thing, do you still have yours in front of you, James, or no?
Yeah, I do.
So the only thing is you're getting different artwork. You're going to get the same booklet. It's going to have the same. I don't know if the booklet artwork is going to be different. Does your booklet? I think your booklet here is that your booklet. Okay, so he gets a different artwork on his booklet, and his poster is going to be different. He's going to get the poster for whatever that arrow is. So it depends on the artwork at the end of the day, but your booklet, the inside of your booklet's going to be the same words and all that stuff.
And I did the reversible on the thing.
I think I've got the same reversible here. So now, is yours a black case? And does it say 4K at the top? Because this one looks like a DVD case almost. It's crazy.
It does.
Yeah. So this one does not say 4K. It might be the first 4K I've ever seen that doesn't say 4K at the top.
Now, I got confused with this one because I got it from Arrow, so I imported it. And I was fully expecting of course, the 4K is region free. And I was fully expecting to not be able to play the Blu-ray. I thought it was going to be region locked, but the Blu-ray plays on my Blu-ray player.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not really. I guess it's not a Region B Blu-ray.
So yeah, when it comes to asking Synopsis or Arrow when they collab like that, it's just a matter of artwork on the poster, artwork on all that stuff. I'll catch up with the chat after I go ahead, and he's got Transformers here.
Yes, I do. I just grabbed the first shout I could find. So this is a movie that I grew up watching, and I was really happy to see when it was coming out on 4K. I mean, not that it would get any better or much better from the VHS and DVD days, but I love this movie. I love the score, the soundtrack of it. So this is old school fun right here. But I got a couple shout titles. That's just the first one I grabbed.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Oh, Del, you got something else? Oh, he's got Transformers.
That's the Steelbook.
There you go. Nice.
That's James. That's Scream Factory.
It says shoutfactory.com on the back though.
Oh yeah, but on the spine.
Oh, on the spine it says Scream. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that Shout Factory is runs.
Oh, okay, I guess I get them mixed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Same company.
Good movie.
Yeah, it's the same company. So when I started this tournament, I had posted a poll. Do you want me to combine like sub labels? And most people said separate them. So that's what I chose.
Separate Scream and Shout. Okay.
And then I separated MVD Rewind and MVD Marquee as well. So
okay.
Any Shout Select titles or anything like that? Shout Select is another one that's owned by Shout Factory.
No,
I didn't go pull it, but the first one I could think of is Glengarry and Glen Ross.
Okay,
I got that. Yeah. That's a Shout Select. I got a few other ones, but that's the one that comes to mind.
A friend of mine is going to be sending me Glengarry Glen Ross. Never seen it though.
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
Yeah,
more of those numbered spines. They got 140 now. They're up to, and I've got like 120 of them. So I'm missing.
You're getting there.
Oh wow!
But they're out of the 20 I'm missing are all out of print now. So they're gonna be tough ones to find. But I'll work on it eventually. So work it my way down. So we went through Shout Factory, 3 left, and then we'll get into the battle, so to speak. Vestron Video.
Another classic from
Wraith.
When I was a kid. This is a VHS classic for me. Young Charlie Sheen, another one of those 80s movies. What year is this? 86. So this is like right up your alley, Bob.
I think I've seen parts of that.
Dude,
Is it?
It's so good. It's campy. The car is awesome. The acting is bad. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, I've got to check that one out for sure.
I picked that up and just watched it for the first time a few months ago. It's a
yeah.
lot of fun, just for the
Yeah.
reasons you said.
What is the one I just watched? It has Nick Nolte in it, and it just got released by Vestron. Ken is a big fan of Westerns. It's a Western. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh,
Extreme
was it-
Prejudice.
Extreme Prejudice. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was actually like a really good one.
Yeah.
And
Haven't seen it in a
exciting
while.
news to you guys. I don't know if you know these movies. I think they're the 90s, but I am so excited. I guess Vestron Discfather teased it, but they are going to be doing The Dentist and The Dentist 2 on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody knows what those are, he's a dentist and he's kind of he's sick. And there's some pretty gnarly, wicked kills in that one. So
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about that one.
yeah. So you'll have to buy those, Dell. Check them out.
I
If
will.
you're sicker stuff, and I think they're doing Ghoulies on 4K next year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
I
That's
saw that.
Yeah, and I think Ghoulies 3 as well on Blu-ray or something like that. So, and
Yeah.
I don't think Ghoulies 3 or 4 that would be exciting if we got Ghoulies 3. I think that's one where they go back to school.
Yeah,
So,
it's
something
been.
like that.
I think I've only seen the first one. I don't think I've seen the others.
Yeah, so I'm all into those mini monster movies. I want to see them all. Okay, let's see here. Next up,
I got a Vestron here.
we say Candyman 3. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
Candyman 3, Day of the Dead,
Mm.
and I haven't watched this copy yet. I saw the movie, but it's been probably since it was released, so I really don't remember much about it. But
When I was
yeah, I
like
had to grab
10, I
that
didn't. When I was like 10, I liked it.
yeah,
I thought it was pretty good. So we'll see. It's I might not have been 10. I was probably 11.
yeah. I'll see how it holds up soon.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it when you first watched it? However many years ago, 10, 15 years ago.
I thought it was okay, but we go back to being a completist.
Yeah.
So I had to have all the Candyman movies. So
Completist.
Yeah. James, nothing from Vestron?
No.
Okay. You'll have to check out Extreme Prejudice. That if you like Nick Nolte,
Okay.
that's a good one. It's KB, you would agree? It's a good one. Extreme Prejudice, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably one of their better titles, is probably too. Got very good like reviews from critics and stuff too. So not just to throw away. But if you guys are into campy or just 80s fun, is Chopping Mall. I think it was number one.
oh yeah, Chopping Mall is
People said
crazy.
it's better than what you would think as far as like the disc and the restoration and everything. So it might be worth checking out.
Yeah, Chopping Mall is a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let's see here. Let's catch up on the chat. Deep Red and Tenebrae are his best.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got City. No, he didn't do City of the Living Dead. I'm sorry, but Arrow put that one out as well. I think Grindhouse Video is doing that, or Grindhouse Releasing is doing that on 4K. Tenebrae is my favorite, even though Deep Red seems to be the more favored one. Any word on Under Siege on 4K? I don't know about that. Hey everyone,
Hello.
appreciate you being here, Cinema Collector. I also believe for all my Argento films, slasher, murder, mystery. I'm not sure. Okay,
That's like the
Describing
Italian giallo.
Jala.
Tenebrae, yeah.
And part of what makes this film so good is the music, man. The music is just so great, so good, so good.
And I've seen a
Goblin.
couple giallos. I mean, I don't know if Nightmare Beach would be considered a giallo, but that's an Italian one. Kino Lorber actually put that out. I like Nightmare Beach. I've seen some giallos. I think they have the same 4K transfer. Yeah, they do.
Yep.
I own all the original artwork versions of the Argento 4Ks. Yep, gotta have them. I had a chance to get Bodies, but I didn't. I'm assuming bootleg or something like that, maybe. Living Dead at Manchester Morgue was great. Blu-ray looked like 4K quality. He's not wrong. I mean, they do. They do. Films looking. Synops films Tenebrae $65.
Oh,
yeah, I
wow.
think it's out of. If you go through Synops, they're expensive. Yeah. Freezing with 4K is killing me. It only happens every so often, but it happened like 3 times with Tremors the other night. Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
It's not good.
so
Tremors is a great.
I've heard 4K
great
discs are
transfer.
very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Blu-ray seems to be the best format
yeah,
for
I swear, I feel like
durability.
I could chuck a Blu-ray off the roof and it would be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not home to check, but it is Escape from New York, Scream Factory on Spine. Yeah, Scream Factory, and they put it out on 4K as well. If it is Scream Factory, why isn't it Shout Factory? Since it's not scary, anyone know? All of Carpenter films are on Scream Factory. Cobra, which is a Sylvester Stallone film, is also Scream Factory, and that's not really horror, I guess, you know. So
It's got some horror
except the way the
elements,
guy
though.
says pig.
horror,
That's about it.
horror elements to it. So yeah, I love Cobra, by the way.
Me too.
What's up, Terrell?
Oh my freaking god, that pool boy. Yes, he's talking about dentist. Andy, man, yep. Terrell, appreciate you being here, man. His wife should have never let him drive that car. Cool shirt, KB.
Thank you.
Yes, Ghost
Nice.
there. And anybody who's a Georgia Bulldogs fan, James is wearing a Bulldogs shirt. You went to the game this weekend, right?
Oh yeah.
It's not
Nice
good.
win for the dogs, you know.
Chopping Mall's good 80s cheese. Helen, yes, I agree with you. I love Chopping Mall. I like the cast too, and I like the final girl and the character in that. 2 labels left until we get into this showdown. Vinegar Syndrome. Anybody? I know, James, you don't have it yet.
This is the closest I have to Vinegar Syndrome, and this is the documentary Scream Queen.
Okay.
But it's one of their sister labels. It's Enjoy the Ride Records, their ETR. But this is a great documentary. I really enjoyed it. It's about Mark Paxton, the final boy in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. And if you ever watch that movie, you know it has major gay overtones in it, and basically he had a problem with the director because he didn't know what he was signing up for, and he was not outed yet, and he felt that this movie outed him, and basically it tells you the history, what was going on at that time in the 80s as far as people with HIV and AIDS and just the scrutiny of the gay community, and brings it all the way up to today, and him facing the director based on, you know, all these years of, it's good. It's good.
Because that actor ended up coming out as gay afterwards, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
But he feels like he was on his way to being a leading man, and that kind of derailed his career because of the AIDS phobia of the late 80s. I mean, after Rock Hudson died, it was, you know, everybody kind of went back in the closet, for lack of a better term. And, you know, there was this movie out in him, in his opinion.
Yeah.
So, but it's really good. I would check it out if you could get a copy. And I didn't get it from Vinegar.
Moniker is correct. Not all John Carpenter movies are Scream Factory, because both Elvis and Memoirs of an Invisible Man. I didn't even know he directed Elvis until I got that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah. And then Memoirs of an Invisible Man. I feel like I have that one, but yeah. I forgot about that. But yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, Escape from New York wouldn't fall in the Shout Factory realm, I guess. So that's why they go Scream Factory. So
it's weird.
But yeah, I appreciate that correction, moniker. Okay, let's see. Elvis. Yeah, that's Shout Factory. I got to look into that. And then why did he try out for Will and Grace, that actor?
Yeah. If you watch a movie, you're going to start off either rooting for him or against him. And by the end, you're going to be questioning your previous thoughts. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah. And what number spine does that say? It says probably something.
It's because it's the sister label. It doesn't have a spine number because it's not main Vinegar. But yeah, there's nowhere on there. It just has. Oh no. ETRM 3.
ETRM 003. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they if you go on their website, Vinegar Syndrome, they'll have all that 00 whatever number it is. And I recently wrote down every one of their partner labels, and I think it was close to 20. So
yeah,
oh wow,
they got a lot.
I know it was over 15. My favorite of theirs is probably Gunpowder and Sky. They did Summer Where Tragedy Girls.
First Smell
Awaken.
with Elizabeth Moss.
Yes.
That's one I want to get.
Yep.
Okay.
Silly question. Do I need Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer? No.
It's a great movie. It's
Yeah.
a great movie.
Yeah. You
The
want
answer is
to see that.
Yeah.
The answer is always yes, Floyd.
Need and want, two different things. You need it.
Yeah. No, I gotta get that one. I gotta get the 4K of it. And if you buy it now, they might have the corrected. Just know that there's a replacement disc out there for it. So
Yeah.
I've got a Vinegar Syndrome.
Vinegar Syndrome, right?
Yep. I've got Raw Force.
I haven't heard of that one.
Oh.
So Raw Force, it came out 82. I think it was 1982. And if you look at the cover, if I can get a pretty clear shot on it, you'll see a little bit of everything on there because there's a little bit of everything in this movie. We've got Kung Fu. We've got a jade stealing, a jade ring. We got zombies. It's just nuts and rampant nudity in this movie. It's one of the wildest movies I've ever seen. One day I'm gonna have to do a video about it and how I came to first see it, because think about all the things I just told you, and then pair it with Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I actually saw that as a double feature way back in the 80s. So, and I'll have to explain that whole story one day in a video. But yeah, this movie is insane.
And you were
Raw
what?
Force and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yep, I was 11, and yeah, you'll have to hear the whole story.
Yeah, man, do that video.
How I came to see that one.
Do that video. I want that story.
Yeah. No, and for me,
that.
I like because I'm driving all day, similar to Tim, and so for me, I'll either listen to a lot of podcasts or I'll hit a video on YouTube. So like KB's perfect for me for my job because I don't have to watch. I can just hit a play button and listen. So like interviews and conversations are what I listen to all day because I get sick of music. So when people are doing reviews or like a podcast or a conversation, that's what I listen to. Because if I got to watch something on YouTube, I'm not going to do that while I'm driving. So
Right.
Shout out to Double Horror Podcast, the twins. They have a good one too.
Oh, they do.
Great
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes, they do.
Is that Mika?
Yeah.
Mika and Kira.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Their podcasts, yeah. Let's see here. The last but not least, before we get into the fun part, I'll say the competitiveness. Kino Lorber, anybody? I know all.
Oh yeah.
But go ahead, KB.
I just pulled one. New York Stories. It's basically an anthology with 3 stories, 3 different directors. So you got Woody Allen, Francis Ford Coppola, and everybody's favorite Uncle Marty, Martin Scorsese, which is the only reason I own it. But yeah, I love Kino. I especially love what they're doing right now. I call it stealing Criterion titles as they get all the Blu-rays and upgrade them to 4Ks. Some of my favorites are Some Like It Hot. And yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite 4K from them right now. But
I
yeah.
watched Some Like It Hot in film class.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Some Like It Hot, Rebel Without a Cause, Psycho, On the Waterfront. Does anybody remember Public Enemies from like 1928 or 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that?
James
oh my
Cagney.
gosh, Cagney.
Cagney.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I watched a lot. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Good timing.
Well done.
What's the last line of
is
the
that
movie?
It's a DVD.
Yeah, somebody put it out on Blu-ray. I think Warner Brothers. In
They
2000.
did. I don't have that one though. I've just got this one. But it's a really good movie though.
Now let me catch up on the chat here a little bit. Okay, is it me or does Raw Force sound like a porn? Protected sex.
Ow.
Okay, so love Some Like It Hot in Kubrick 4Ks. Is it just me or does Stanley Kubrick like split his movies into 2 halves? It feels like that. Maybe it's just the 2 I've seen, which was Full Metal Jacket and A Clockwork Orange. But A Clockwork Orange felt like a tale of 2 halves. I liked the first half, and then it lost me in the second half.
That's me with Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
the boot camp.
He definitely does it with Full Metal Jacket. Yeah.
Yeah. I love boot camp, but could care less about Vietnam.
I don't know if he does that with all of his films, but yeah, he feels like he splits it into two halves almost.
That's an interesting approach.
I think everybody talks about the first half of Full Metal Jacket, but not the second half. So
I think I'm one of the few people who like both halves.
okay,
Equally?
Floyd,
Not equally. At the boot
Okay,
camp
that's what I'm
side,
saying.
the boot camp part is the better part, but I really do like the second half also.
Yeah, R. Lee Ermey is just, I mean, the drill sergeant, he's just
he's
legendary.
amazing.
In performing.
Yeah,
White
Floyd's
Heat's another good one.
Also love White Heat with Cagney.
White Heat's a good one.
That's what I was thinking of.
Not split up. Okay,
Made
yeah.
them all top the world.
And have you guys seen? Speaking of 30s, I think 1932, the original Scarface.
Yes.
I have not the original one. No.
Oh, it's good. It's the same story, same plot. It's just condensed, so it's not 2+ hours. It's like I think it's like an hour and a half. It might be close.
It might not even be an hour and a half. It's really short. It's about
a whole lot less cocaine.
But if you get I don't know if it came with both of the Scarface 4Ks, but if you get the Scarface 4K, The World Is Ours, you get the Blu-ray of it with it. Now I don't know if the other edition came with the Blu-ray as well. Okay, so you had to buy the World Is Ours edition.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray, the Blu-ray steelbooks have it, at least one that I have, but I also have it just by itself.
Yeah,
DVD.
You get
DVD.
Yeah,
I got you get the regular 4K. It doesn't come with the original Scarface.
Okay, and then they re-released it on Blu-ray, just a standard Blu-ray as well. After that,
little bit of a spoiler for if you haven't seen that original one. Anytime a character is getting ready to die, an X appears in the scene before them. Somewhere in the scene there's an X.
Huh? I did not catch.
It's kind of like the color orange in Godfather.
Yeah.
I gotta get around to Godfather. I haven't seen any of them.
So good.
You really need to.
I finally watched The Green Mile for the first time, and that was oh my goodness,
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I watched I watched your review of it. Good.
Yeah, Green Mile is really good. I appreciate. Hey, Del, shout out to you. I mean, anybody who does, but thanks for watching everything I put out. So that means a lot, man.
Sure.
Del, you're always active on everybody's channel, so I appreciate that.
Trying to be. There's a lot of you guys.
Yeah, no, I was talking to him about this on Instagram. It's so hard to watch everybody's content, especially if you subscribe to 50, 60 channels.
Yeah, exactly.
And what if somebody puts out a 2-hour video? I mean, that might be all you get to in a day. Now, for me, I just drive, so I hit play, so it's good, but it's still difficult because Ken puts out content every day, and I want to catch up.
I know, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
And don't go on a vacation because you're going to be out of sorts. Trust me. I got a week plus to catch up on.
Yeah, absolutely. So we went over Kino Lorber. Okay, so
Kino.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I apologize. I've done this before the first week. Did you go over yours? No, you didn't, right?
I didn't, and I've got Clockers. It's a Spike Lee joint.
Yeah,
Spike Lee's my favorite director, and this is really an underrated Spike Lee joint. Really, really good movie about a kid who's a drug dealer, and there's a murder they're trying to investigate, and Harvey Keitel is in this one also. Mekhi Phifer plays the lead. Delroy Lindo is great in it. He's great in it.
He's so good.
A lot of Yoo-hoo.
Oh yeah, lots of Yoo-hoo. Yeah.
Delroy Lindo should have been nominated for The Five Bloods. I don't know if he should have won, but he should have at least gotten an Oscar nomination. He
was amazing.
Money in that movie.
I love Delroy Lindo. I'm a big fan.
I spoke to a screenwriter about that.
I got this Kino here, The Apartment, Kino Lorber Studio Classics. This is Jack Lemmon, Fred McMurray, and Shirley MacLaine. This movie is so good. It's Billy Wilder, 1960, won the Academy Award for Best Picture. And Billy Wilder's films are always, without exception, just incredibly well written, great script, great dialogue, good story. The acting is fantastic. I mean, this is just fantastic film. If you haven't seen The Apartment, definitely check this one out. It's really, really good.
I haven't seen
Billy Wilder.
I have I'm working on all the Kino Lorber 4Ks, but I am a slipcover enthusiast, and so I have OCD. I will not buy it if it came with the slip in the original present. So the two I'm missing are Spaceballs and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and those slipcovers go for $80-$90. So
Wow.
I just hold off. Maybe one day I'll end up getting them, but I hate having something when I know it came with the slip. And all the Kino Lorber 4Ks just look good with the slipcover together, and then you're gonna have one or two. So
yeah, I still have my Arrow Academy of the apartment.
Side Hustle did he does custom slips if people are into custom.
Yeah, he does. They look great too.
Yeah, the ugly looked like it was.
Yeah, I've seen them on Instagram. They look really nice.
Yep. Okay, let me catch up here before we get into the tournament here. Okay, yeah, original Scarface, great direction. So I love Howard Hawks. Has anybody seen his version of Monkey Business from 1954 or 56? I love Monkey Business. It's got who is it? Cary Grant and Marilyn Monroe is in it. And oh my goodness, Ginger Rogers, is that her name?
Yeah.
She's hilarious in that. Hilarious. Am I thinking of the right woman? Is she really funny? Right.
I've only seen her in musicals. Yeah, dancing with Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
So she might be funny in that one. I have no idea.
Yeah, and then there's an original Monkey Business. I haven't seen that one from the 30s. Okay, Scarface Statuette Edition had both copies. Yep. Shame, because I haven't seen Godfather. I try and watch everyone. Yep, Discompletist does. I appreciate that as well. Mika, the three of these guys in here were shouting.
Hey, Mika.
Hey, Mika.
Appreciate you
What's
being
going on, Mika?
I have to what do you call it? Subscribe, follow on podcasts? What do you call it?
Yeah, subscribe.
I have to subscribe to that podcast because honestly, I listen to podcasts all day. I've listened to these two. They have horror podcasts. I listened to like 8 of their episodes the other day. I just kept binging it. If you want the World is Ours edition, yes, Groove is selling that for really cheap, and you get a coupon on that. I already have that one, but if you don't have that, it's such a good deal. Hey, Mika, In the Heat of the Night is a great Kino 4K. I saw that one in film class as well.
Yeah, and it comes with 2 extra movies.
That one up actually not that long ago.
Yeah, Kino sales are second to none as well. Nobody does it like Kino when it has the sales. Great panel of guests. Yes, absolutely. Appreciate you saying that. I did send it, Floyd. Absolutely. Do custom slips count. So when I do this slipcover steelbooks, there will be no custom steelbooks or slipcovers because I think that would be unfair to people. So I will not count those. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the way the battle is going to work, if you're just tuning in, anybody here. So we got 4 labels we're going to go through. Criterion got beat to Scream Factory, and Second Sight got beat to Arrow Video. But we're going to discuss. We'll start with, we'll say Criterion. I'm going to name 10 random titles. I'm going to pull out 10 random titles, and if they own it, I might do 5. We'll see where we're at on time wise here. And yeah, we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and pull out my Criterion list here. I've got about 100 I'm going to choose from. So I did not pull out all 1,200. Okay, so let's start with On the Waterfront.
On the Waterfront.
Okay.
I got a runner, so I ain't got to move.
What's up?
I got half my collection down here and half upstairs. So all my Criterion's upstairs, and my daughter is my runner, so she's getting it for me.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. That is so cool.
When she watches the replay, shout out to you, dear. Thank you.
I got it right here on the waterfront here.
So let me pull out my list here. So anybody who can see here, I've got the names, all the names right here. So let's say, James, you got 1 point, right? You got it?
Yep, On the Waterfront. Great movie.
Yep.
So good.
You can put me down for it because I got it.
I don't have On the Waterfront.
Not On the Waterfront. Okay.
We have an obsession with young Brando in this house, so I definitely have that.
Stella!
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one in film class too. Another good one. There was
a good one.
I saw The Graduate, In the Heat of the Night, but I've never seen the sequels to In the Heat of the Night. Mr. Tibbs.
They're both on that Kino release.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
I ended up getting them separately as well. So yeah,
cool.
I'm sure we'll get it On the Waterfront 4K at some point.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I'll
Mika
double dip for
says,
that one.
And building the Criterion collection, got some recommendations from James. Yeah,
Oh,
James. Well, he said me and Tim were
good,
talking
Mika.
about James and his Criterion. That's why I was like, I hope Criterion gets to the Final Four, because the week that James is on, I don't want Criterion not to be a hot topic.
Nice.
Um,
I hope she's not running.
I got that. Let's see here. On the Waterfront is top 30 of all time. That music scores.
On the Waterfront Criterion.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I didn't say Criterion. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She was
nice.
looking in the wrong place. On the wrong.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
KB.
I'll run for my next one.
All right. And go ahead.
It's all Criterion.
You guys let me know if you want to do 5 per round, or if you want to go 40 per, or 5 or 10 per label in the chat comments. You know, we'll see where we're at with time wise. Let's go Tootsie.
Oh, don't have that one.
Tootsie.
Don't have
Don't
it.
have that one.
No,
I
Tootsie.
keep seeing it each sale, and I keep seeing it, and I just keep passing up on it. You know.
I still have my DVD of that.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
DVD.
So that's 2.
Good movie though.
Let's go Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, I know James
That's
got
getting the
it.
4K. That's getting the 4K. So.
I'm holding out for the 4K in October. I know James got it.
Okay. And Dell's got 1 point here. And I hope you guys are having fun with this little way.
Oh yeah, this is fun.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead, and it's getting a 4K. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to that. You know, I'm
gonna
hoping
double
it's a
dip,
nice upgrade. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah. I've heard black and white films look really good in 4K. So,
Oh yeah.
I've seen that once. I don't know if my buddy Codebreaker's still in here, but I remember watching that one. So yes. Okay. Let's see if Mika's poll. She just named one, so I'm gonna name what she's got here. Is Streetcar Named Desiree a Criterion title?
Desiree.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
Streetcar Named Desire.
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 Okay. Desire.
No.
My bad. I'm sorry about that.
I
Okay.
thought that was like the hood version.
Wait, Streetcar Named Desire. Who that's put out by somebody though.
Yeah, I have it. I have like the
It's a
digibook
Warner,
of
I
it.
think.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So we're still at 3 here. Let's go Blowout. I saw a Blowout in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Go get it, James.
I don't have Blowout either.
That's another 4K this
Yep,
month.
another one that's coming to 4K. Oh, nice. He's got
Tuesday.
Is that a DVD? Or?
Well,
one
this
of his
is
favorites.
this is the Blu-ray
Oh,
right
and
here,
the 4K just
and
came
this is
out.
the 4K. This is the 4K right here.
You already
You got
got
it.
it.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it on Saturday.
Wow. Okay,
Nice.
so James.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah,
James.
I'm actually doing a live review of it on Wednesday.
Now Dell, nothing for
Nope. Don't have Blowout.
in KB.
Blowout is so good. Oh boy.
Yes,
So good.
Culture just named it. I have. That's where I saw it. Streetcar Named Desire is Digibook release.
Yes.
And I have it listed. I have a list of all the digibooks I'm looking to get. It's crazy how many digibooks are out there because I have a good 100 of them, and I have a list of still 65 that I need. So
Yeah, mostly Warner Brothers.
yep, Warner Brothers and Universal. The Warner Brother ones are a lot thinner, and then the Universal are thicker. So not sure if I'm going to upgrade my Night of the Living Dead. That ending, man. Do you guys like it, or does
No,
it
the ending is great.
It's
Yeah.
good. Kind of reminds me of The Mist almost. I'm definitely grabbing that 4K Blowout. Yeah. We can't wait for the sale. I got to wait until November for these sales.
So that's
You're not
I'm
alone.
in the same boat. Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
waiting till
alone,
November.
man.
Yeah.
Now, James, you don't buy everything like I do, so I gotta. So
I'm
you're a
pretty
lot more
selective.
selective. Yeah, unlike me, I buy a lot of crap.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay not having everything. It's like, I'm a Star Wars fan, and to this day, I still haven't gotten Rise of Skywalker, and I don't know if I ever will get that one. I just can't bring myself to picking that one up. But anyway,
Gotcha.
so I'm okay not being complete on that.
KB, is Arrow and Scream Factory upstairs, downstairs?
Both. Because I have some Blu-rays, some 4Ks. All my 4Ks are down here. My Blu-rays are upstairs.
Gotcha.
Oh,
gotcha. Okay. Have to be selective with titles. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
With you. Because I buy so much, it's fun, but it takes sometimes out of the kind of excitement. And if I don't watch it on Tuesday, then like what's the point when I get it? But then every once in a while, and this is when it reminds me of my love for collecting, a release like Dawn of the Dead comes out and you hold it in your hands. And I know it just sounds like corny, but you hold, there's nothing like holding. That's the point of physical media, right? And I mean, you hold it in your hands and you're just like, this is why I love collecting. Like this is this is
I'm doing it right now with something, but I'll just show you.
What is that?
Oh, I'm not going to show it yet.
Oh, you're not?
When
Okay.
the time comes.
It looks like a video title maybe, but yeah. And you said she's going to get your copy of Blowout? No. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Move on.
Okay. Let's go Rosemary's Baby, which is out of print.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Out of print.
No, I've got a DVD of that also. I don't have it on.
Same here.
So this is number 5. So we'll go through 10 because we're going pretty fast.
He's going to kill us with the Criterion.
Yeah, I was going to say I call Criterion the James round.
Yeah. Which this is where you guys got to catch up on the other ones because he doesn't.
I'll catch up on the Arrow and maybe the Second Sight, but that's about it.
Ooh, Second Sight, nice.
I got Rosemary's Baby there.
Yeah. I haven't
Out
seen
it.
I think that goes for a pretty penny now.
Mm-hmm.
So okay,
let's Paramount too.
Let's catch up here. James 4K Blowout review will be a must watch. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Have to be selective with titles. Yep. I waited on Rise of Skywalker until this year, and I'm a Star Wars fan. Also, I almost didn't get it, but I snagged it on sale at Best Buy.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
I like watching all my films, so I hate having films I haven't watched yet just sitting there. I don't need everything, just what I like. Yeah.
I'm with you, Mika, on that.
There's too many.
I want to do a list on Letterboxd of I've gotten this idea from a few people. I need to make a list of all the movies that I have on Letterboxd and then like which ones I haven't seen so I could actually know what titles I own that I haven't seen.
I did that. Yeah, I did that on Letterboxd, and I mean, all told, I've probably got about a little over 2,000 movies, and there's like 400 I haven't seen. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know the percentage there, about 10% or so. Yeah,
about 20%.
I'm more like 30. I can't front.
Yeah. No, me too. I'm getting close to 3,000, and I probably haven't seen 500 of them probably. But I have a lot of duplicates too. So, and duplicates are tough. Like I buy a lot of like Arrow Video. I'll double dip the Dog Soldiers with Second Sight. I'll double dip, but that like I would understand why people would never do that because you own 2 movies and you can only watch one at a time. So
and storage space.
Yeah, Mika's. Yeah, he tells us to get on those.
I'm trying to go through my backlog too, and I'm trying to.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. That music in Rosemary's.
Yeah,
definitely.
So I think we've gone through 4 or 5. So let's go to Videodrome next.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I've got it on a different label.
Oh, the Arrow Video is putting that out, limited edition. 4K.
I saw that in the UK.
I've got the Arrow Blu-ray.
Okay.
It's funny how the license just went back and forth on that title between different studios.
Yeah.
As far as like putting out boutique stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, James is killing it here. He's got 5 out of the 6 we pulled so far.
We expected that.
Exactly.
From Videodrome. It's getting a 4K release from
Arrow Video. Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hoping Criterion would, but
Criterion Arrow Video is only
doing the US.
UK because they only have the rights to it. Can't wait for Criterion 4K Videodrome. Okay, I think this is another one. I don't even know if I have it written down, but Scanners. That's Criterion, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I
don't have it,
and I've never seen it, but I hear a lot about that opening scene.
I'm gonna be honest. To me, I didn't like the movie that much. But that scene is amazing. That where the head exploding head, that scene is amazing.
Yeah.
The battle at the end is kind of crazy.
My favorite. Yeah, that's
a great battle at the end. And that head
James,
exploding
show
at
that
the
off
beginning.
once more if you don't mind. That looks.
The head exploding at the beginning is great, and the battle at the end, but in between is a bit of a snooze fest. But I do like the movie, but it's not one of my favorites of Cronenberg's, but I do like this film.
Ken said
I like that cubic art.
I
What did
like
Ken say?
Ken said I wasn't a fan of scanners either, and
Okay.
Nina said she wants the 4K of Videodrome, and will we be getting it? I'll definitely will be. I definitely wasn't scanners in 4K. Want scanners in 4K. Videodrome is awesome.
Videodrome, it is awesome.
It's
Where's
amazing.
Love Videodrome.
the copy of The Fly for me? So from my experience with David Cronenberg so far, I love A History of Violence. I had a great time watching Eastern Promises, but I'm biased because Naomi Watts is like the love of my life. So I will watch paint dry with her in it. I do not care.
Remember that for tomorrow.
She's got a new movie coming out, Good Night, Mommy. I think it's
which
called
is a remake
of a French film, and I guess it didn't need it, but I'm like, I'll watch it. It's got Naomi Watts in it, so I didn't see the French one.
I think paint drying with Naomi Watts is in pre-production. Pretty sure on that one.
She's got to get bigger roles. Yeah, Mulholland Drive. All right, speaking of Mulholland Drive, let's pull that one next.
Mulholland Drive. I'll go get it myself.
I'm out on Mulholland Drive. I'm not a David Lynch guy. I saw Mulholland Drive and it didn't grab me, and I was confused but not really intrigued. You know what I mean? Where I wanted to watch it again.
Yeah. The History of Violence is so underrated. Definitely needs a 4K release. I am with you. I love A History of Violence. Mario Bello is great.
Good movie. Yeah, History of Violence is good.
And the 4K, yeah. Nice. Now, James, you're not gonna. Are you going after all 1,200 titles or no?
I'm in Criterion.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a completist. I mean, I'm like Mika. I'm selective. I don't have to have everything. Because to be honest, and the longer I go with this, the more I'm like doing less is more. Because there's only so much time I have to watch these films. And
space and finances, of course.
So I'm really just being a lot more selective about what I get, and just trying to just watch what I get and get, fewer and fewer titles over time. But
yeah,
James, how many Criterions do you have?
I think around 500. I think.
Oh wow!
At this point,
Wow.
Yeah.
How many are Daisuke missing that James?
Daisuke, I think Daisuke has everything. I mean, he goes back to the Laserdisc era. He's got. I think he's a completist. He is a completist.
He's got the DVDs and everything. That's the guy on That's the guy on YouTube with all the Criterions, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
he's got it.
He is the man. He's
seen every single one of them too. Up to 900 was his last video. Let's go with, what are we at? 7 of 8. So we're 8 through. So we'll go with 2 more here. Let me really think hard on this. Let's go Love and Basketball. Love that movie.
Oh yeah, so good. That movie is so good.
Man, I bought the Blu-ray of that a month before they announced the Criterion, because it was on my you should get this list for the longest time, and I bought it, and then they announced it right after it. I was like, oh man. But I'm still thinking about double dipping on it.
So Mika said, I love A History of Violence. Del, 1 point here.
Maria Bello.
Yeah, Love and Basketball here.
Yep.
So good.
Same cover as the other one.
I cannot wait to rewatch that movie. I need to get it in November, and I need to make sure I get on it early enough.
This Blu-ray is so beautiful. Looks so good.
Some people, any spoilers here I'm going to go into with the ending of Love and Basketball. Somebody said it's not it's not a happy ending. I'm like, I think it indicates that they definitely would get back together, because he says best 2 of 3, right? At the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're missing. Yeah, they go past that. They are together. So somebody stopped watching before the end. That's what it sounds like.
Kid and all.
Yeah, they end up getting a kid at the end. That's why I got to rewatch that one. But I remember he's on the sideline watching her with the little baby, right?
She's in the WNBA or whatever.
Oh, we're spoiling the movie, guys. We're spoiling the movie, guys.
I see spoilers, so I hope they muted it. But
a little self promo
anyway.
I always try to warn about spoilers so they could mute it, pause it, or fast forward.
I still watch it. It's still great. But little self promo. It figures prominently in my video tomorrow, so
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So true, James. I'm all about the quality, not quantity. I got a confession, Del. I didn't even realize, and I don't know if anybody else notices this. Del probably noticed, but
yeah, I agree, Mika.
I did not notice. I wasn't subscribed to Del's channel until recently, and I was like, oh my God, what the heck? Now I got a bunch to binge watch, so it's fine. But I always feel bad. Sometimes I don't even know I'm not following or supporting somebody's channel. You just, there's so many people and you just kind of forget, I'll go into my subscriptions and I'm like, where is this person? Wait, what? I'm not subscribed to them? I'm like, what?
Well,
So
I
a
saw,
couple of
I saw
videos
you,
I watch
your
all the
sub come
time.
through the other day. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
now, what's Ken saying here? You mean you actually watched the movies?
Yeah.
I tried to, Ken. I tried to, but I still have a backlog, man.
Yeah.
Love Jones was a
That's
great.
why you started that
Oh.
series.
Love Jones. Yes, Love Jones. So good. That is so good. I have that one too. Yeah.
Mine is over
So
there.
next week, Mika, make sure you're here because I am going to let the chat pick all of the titles next week. I won't be picking.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Everybody in the
cool.
chat, bring your game. I will have to pick and choose because there's going to be a lot coming through. But yeah,
Nice.
I'll be watching.
not be me.
I'll definitely be watching.
And that's the final week, so it'll be on reaction. Yeah, gotta watch.
I got it, but I don't got
Gotta
it.
watch them, Ken.
I imagine History of Violence 4K coming to Kino since they already have Eastern Promises. Yeah, that would be awesome. That's a great point, Chris. I sure hope so. Laugh Out Loud, I started watching Criterions. I owned Titalized. I bought some like in 2008. Oh, Realized. I watched them a few from time to time. I try to. So here I got 3 things I tell myself on Tuesdays because if I don't, Ball's a good film. Yes, they together. So if I ask myself 3 things: does it come with the digital copy? Because I sell most of my digital copies. I have a friend that buys them all.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So
I need a friend.
I have some that I could give away and things like that, but I used to give all my digital copies away. And a lot of people, they didn't even say thank you. They're just ungrateful. They take it, whatever. But not only that, I started to realize I was losing out on like a couple $100 every few months sometimes because the newer titles can be $10, $12 and like Marvel and stuff. So he started selling them all for me. And I make like $100 off of him selling them for me. So it's great. And he'll buy them. But so I ask myself that. And then does it have a slipcover or is it like a limited edition copy that you need to get day one? And then the third thing I ask myself, and this is a big one, will I watch it right away? Because if I don't, then I could wait for a sale. So I try to ask myself that, is it something I'll watch or need right away? Because a lot of times it's like, no, I won't even watch it for 4 years. And it's like, why did I buy this day one?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are important questions I try to ask myself.
Good
I don't always live by it though. Looking forward to the video tomorrow, Del. Del said it best. There's too many of you guys on YouTube. There's
too many of us on YouTube.
Yes, but
it's a good problem to have.
Holland does a good job watching them. I mean, Holland is in every stream and he comments on all my videos too. Del does, so I appreciate that. I always enjoy reading the comments. I try to get back to people. Some Criterion I bought because they were going out of print a while back and realized now I didn't. Some I didn't enjoy. The Collector's Dilemma. Don't comment as much, but I try to support everyone. No, a lot of people. I got a buddy watch.
You do a great job, Trini.
And he doesn't comment. So I don't do anything with my digital codes. I used to do that. I had like 200 digital copies or more at one point, and I just took pictures of them and I sent them to my buddy and he started downloading every single one of them. So I didn't charge him at the time, and maybe that's why he sells them for me now.
I redeem all of mine. I keep them on the Movies Anywhere app or some on Vudu or
I love Movies Anywhere. Now, when you redeem yours, do you keep it in the case or do you throw it away?
I throw it away.
Throw it away. Okay.
I usually keep mine in the case. I redeem them, but I just put it back in the case.
Oh, really?
And I put them on Vudu, so if I'm away somewhere, I can watch it if I want to.
Yeah,
I throw them away just so I don't think I need to redeem them. Go through the process again.
Some movies are better watching them on 4K. Okay, so I'm caught up here. Let's go into the last one. All right, I'm gonna pull. We're gonna give 2. I'm gonna give a bonus one here. Okay, so we'll start. I got 2 in mind right here, and I could pull so many. But we'll go with Bull Durham.
Okay.
I got a regular Blu-ray of that, not the Criterion.
Me too.
I love Bull Durham, so I pulled one of my favorites.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I love Kevin Costner. He's probably my favorite actor.
I live about 15 minutes from the original stadium in that movie.
Really?
And I went to see the Durham Bulls a couple of weeks ago. They're in a new stadium now, though.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Are you in North Carolina now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in Durham. Yep.
Oh,
But
cool.
originally from?
That is so
Originally from Queens, New York.
Ah,
Exactly.
Yes, thank you for owning that.
well, Durham.
All right.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
heading to New York City in a couple of weeks for fall
pulling-
break. So.
I'm pulling.
Enjoy.
I'm cheating here, and I'm going to name two to finalize this here. They say The Graduate, Straw Dogs.
Oh, okay. The
Say
Graduate and
that
Straw
again?
Dogs.
The Graduate and Straw Dogs.
Neither one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Those are both good ones for sure.
Straw Dogs is heavy.
I've heard about it for years, but I've never seen it. I've heard it's really good, though.
This was hard to pull only 10. There's 1,200 choices.
Yeah.
I thought you were pulling from what you had.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. I don't own Love and Basketball yet.
I only have one or two, but I'm going to pull it anyway.
See, I'm the little guy here. I've only got about 30 or so criterions, but I just got into them a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Criterion.
The Graduate is one of my favorites.
Yes. I don't know if you saw my excitement level here. Mika just said
The Graduate and Straw Dogs here.
yes, two more.
Both excellent additions. I mean, this is, The Graduate, so good. Dustin Hoffman and Straw Dogs, Dustin Hoffman. It is rough. Really, it's
It is, yes.
intense, but really good.
I listened to the special feature, and there was, I think, like, I don't know if it was a sex counselor or something like that, a rape counselor that was in the special features, and she had talked, The Graduate, okay, and she had talked about that scene in the movie, and because some people say that because she technically had an orgasm, and so some people that scene is very depicted and very controversial in film history, and that, but if I remember correctly, she had pulled a parallel to It Happened One Night, which is another Criterion release, and it's 4K from like 1930s. I haven't seen that one, but my buddy said that's a good one too. So
it's a good one.
Great rom-com.
Yeah, I've got to see.
Yeah,
that.
it's one of the only 3 films to win like the top 5 Academy Awards.
Okay.
So Best Picture, Director, Actor, Actress, and Screenplay. So Silence of the Lambs did it also, and I think one Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So it's only those 3 films that have done that.
Yes, I'm originally from Rockaway, Queensdale.
I've got a lot of family in Far Rockaway. My mom used to work at a movie theater in Far Rockaway, so I got to go to movies for free for a lot of times when I was a kid.
Oh,
Very
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
So Mika says For Love of the Game. So anybody who's watching this, For Love of the Game is probably, and I'll get a lot of hate for this because people don't like it. I couldn't believe the amount of bad reviews. But For Love of the Game is like top 25, top 30 favorite films of all time. I love Kelly Preston, love Kevin Costner. It's got who just passed away, rest in peace. What is it? Now it's drawing a blank, but the Dodgers announcer for the longest time, for about 60 years or so.
Vin Scully.
Vin Scully.
Yeah, Vin
He's
Scully.
the announcer in it. So it's really cool.
Oh, cool.
And I just, oh my God, I love is her name? It starts with she was in The Ruins and Sucker Punch as well, but I can't remember her name, but she played Kelly Preston's daughter in it. So I just love
Okay.
Yes. I'm a big baseball fan too, though. So I really like it.
Who's your team?
Cubs. I'm a big Cubs fan. It's not the
I was very happy to see them get one a few years ago. They were long overdue.
I had a few tears coming down my eyes.
I was happy to see them get one, but I'm a Yankees fan. I'm waiting on 28.
Need a 4K Graduate. I own all the 10 Criterions, and yes, Ken, I've seen them all. Wow.
Go Culture.
Good job, Trini.
I invited Culture. Yes, thank you. Mika's on it tonight. Jenna Malone.
Jenna Malone.
Yes,
All
that
right.
was the daughter in it. She was good in The Ruins as well. All right, so we're past Criterion. Let's get on to Second Sight, which was also eliminated. So this one will be a little tough because I'm gonna pull 10, and if I say limited edition,
I'll be an offer on this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm out on second sight.
if I say limited edition, you got to pull the limited edition one.
So
okay,
this is all on KB because I'm out too.
So let's see what you got. Okay, so let's say Dog Soldiers.
Nope.
Which just came out. Okay, 0 for 1. Revenge.
Nope.
0 for 2.
I only got 2, so
Okay.
you got to say one of the 2.
Drive.
Not the limited.
Okay, that counts. We'll give him.
Okay.
I didn't say limited, so all right. So that is all right. That's 4. I said. Dawn of
By
the
the
Dead.
way, if you guys could find that, please do. Even if it's just the standard, it's such a great transfer. It's such a great movie. I love it.
It's a great movie.
That one went out of print fast.
Yeah,
we
sure did.
The Witch.
That's what I was looking at before.
There you go.
When I hold this, it just makes me happy.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I haven't seen that movie. So that's it then, right? Nobody else?
That's it. Those are my 2.
All right. So we're past that. I won't even name any others because we'll save that for next week if anybody's got them. Let's see what love what Second Sight does with their releases. I only have 2 from them, The Witch and Dog Soldiers. Just
it's so good.
Guest set, yes. Okay.
They are quickly becoming my new favorite label.
Mm-hmm. All right. For tiebreaker, I might dip into another label or something like that, or I'll pull some extra titles if that's the case, just in case we end up in a tie. All right, let's go into Scream Factory and Arrow Video. We'll pull probably 10 with 2 bonus again. Okay, let's pull Arrow Video here. I've got a lot. This is my favorite label. Hold on, let me start with Scream Factory because I'm so giddy about Arrow Video. All right, so I can't say Carrie because he had that earlier, so I won't be able to. No. I'm not going to pull any of those. Let's say a box set here. Does anybody have the Omen box set?
All right, Del.
All right, Del.
Nice.
This is where he's going to shine.
Oh yeah.
Maybe only if he calls the right ones.
Okay. That's 1. The Thing.
Wait a minute.
I'm not sure if mine's a screen.
Not the 4K. It's not a 4K from Screen
okay.
3KB.
That's what I got.
Yeah, I got the 4K. I don't have the Scream edition. Good movie, really good movie, and that 4K looks so good. Mm-hmm.
I might rewatch that tonight because I'm little spoiler alert here. I guess I'll announce this as well. But me, Derek, Terrell, and Mega Mike, the Movie Man, are going to be doing like our own series now. We had a lot of
all coming from that video.
Yeah,
you guys that was so classic, man.
Yes,
I was crying, laughing.
Yeah, so
shout out to Terrell, man. He just brought it.
Yes. So I was a guest on Terrell's podcast the other night, and he has mentioned wanting to do stuff with me. I had a few DMs of people saying me and Terrell need to do our own thing, but it might not last one after people get canceled. And so
you're gonna get some strikes against you.
Yes. So Terrell loved Mega Mike the Movie Man. And he had so much fun with him. And then I loved just collabing with Derek. Is great. I love Derek.
And he was calling him Seth Rogen. That was the best.
Yes. And Derek's like a big brother to me, honestly, who loves to pick on me, sort of. So it's fun. I love Derek. Cool. But I cannot wait to do it with them. So we're just going to do a different theme. We're going to try and do it every 2 or 3 weeks. We don't want to overdo it. But whenever they're free, we're just going to do our own thing. So a lot of people seem to enjoy it. There was a lot of laughs going on. So I think the four of us have a lot of we bring a lot of inappropriateness and all that stuff. So just a little bit of everything. So
yeah, okay, it's a good mix. It's a good.
So
mix.
the first
if you guys didn't see that video, go back and watch it.
That was a really fun stream. My copy of the thing is not a Scream Factory. So
yeah, that's 2. Yeah, we're gonna be doing our first week is gonna be John Carpenter's top 5. We're gonna rank them. So That's why if you've seen me and Mega Mike and Derek, we're all going through and rewatching all these Carpenter movies so we can get ready to them. So I watched Prince of Darkness last night and Vampires I rewatched, and I might revisit the Thing as well. So yeah,
that's a good time there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Whatever comes up, basically. So, but that'll be the theme. We'll come up with a theme each week. So, it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so that is 2 questions. Let's get moving here. Let's go with the Child's Play 3.
Got me on that.
No, I don't have that.
You're gonna go quickly through these screen factors.
Yeah,
not the audience.
Okay, all right. So that's 3. The Omen scared me as a kid. Mega Mike is awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Mega Mike did a video of his top 5 labels right after that series.
He did. I saw it. It's a good video.
Yep. Yeah.
He did one on Scream too. On Scream's, you know how Scream has been kind of screwing up with the QA.
A lot of people have done that, and me and Tim did a video on it in a conversation, and we talked a lot about the issues as well. And I was like, this has been talked about 80 times, but like I feel like it needs to be talked about. So
and it's kind of funny because he, in the video he said, we're still going to end up buying it anyway.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Complain, but we'll still buy their stuff.
Me and Pops have talked about that, and I think I mentioned this in the video, but the fear of missing out is real. And if you're a big slipcover person, as me and Pops are, if you don't get it within the first 90 days, sometimes before that, you might miss out on that slipcover, and then you're paying $70-$80. So, you know what I mean? It's just, you sometimes got to jump on these things despite the problems, and it's frustrating, but most of the time you're going to get a replacement disc if there's an issue. And that little outgassing or whatever they called it wasn't an issue for me. I just wiped it off. So, and it's on
grease or whatever.
The grease, and it's on a lot of other things. It's just nobody wants to talk about it. So, Terrell was a hoot. Yep, I knew Terrell was going to be funny too. That guy is I told him like he's offensive, but I'm not easily offended, so that doesn't bother me. But if you get easily offended or very sensitive, then Terrell might not be your cup of tea. But yeah. And shout out to Ken here. He's got a huge panel. It's probably going to be the biggest stream I've ever seen. Those creamy 4Ks. Yep. Depends on the character title. Some of the movies aren't good. Yeah, no, I'm with her on that. All right, so we're through 3. Let's go some of their newer stuff. All right. Halloween 5.
I did not pick up any of the Halloween movies yet.
I get one of you guys. Okay, that's 0 for 4. Happy Death Day. Oh, did Dell get a Happy Death Day with no slip?
Yes, he did.
If I have one, I know I have it. I want to make sure that's it's that one.
It's the 4K.
If it's a 4K, it is.
No, I know I don't have it at 4K, so it's probably not it.
Yeah, Mika, the round table is tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I don't know if you guys have seen his guests, but oh my God, he's got Pizzowl. He's got like 50,000 subscribers. He's got Dead Pit, Durant Cinema, Born to Be Rad, My Killer Podcast, Sue, Tony. It's crazy.
No,
it's a great panel.
Mine is just the studio Blu-ray release.
That's the one I have. Yep. 0 for 4. Okay, so 4. Alligator.
Did not get Alligator.
Okay,
heard great things about that release. I just haven't got it.
All right, and let's go. Critters box set.
No. I almost picked it up one day and didn't do it.
Oh boy!
All the horror fans are like screaming out loud.
Yeah, they're mad.
Yes, they are. They're not happy. Let's go with the Friday the 13th box set.
No, I thought Dell was moving. I was like, where you going?
Dell's got it, I think. Yep, Sue and Mel. A little tease into next week. I haven't talked to her about it, but she has confirmed. Okay, Friday the 13th. All right.
There you go.
Cool.
So
Nice.
I am going to hopefully, like I said, I haven't talked to her to confirm again, but My Killer Podcast will be on next week for the final week.
Awesome.
So
Killer.
super excited. I got giddy about trying to get her on there. I was like, I feel like I got a celebrity, and she's like, I'm not a celebrity, and I was like,
She is hard to catch up with, though.
So yeah, exactly.
She's a busy gal.
Yep, I have that box set.
It's a great box set.
Alligator 4K. You should get James.
Yeah.
100%. You'll enjoy it.
Okay. Let's check that one
Mika,
out.
Screaming Guys.
Mika's screaming. She probably has all the titles you named. You know?
I knew it.
Yeah,
Yep.
she probably does. Yeah.
Love Mel. Yep. Absolutely. Waiting for the Friday the 13th box set to go down a bit. Yeah, I'm excited, and I think I'm going to be another stream I'm going to be doing. So I got a lot in the works, but I've collabed with Tim and Roger from 4K, and I was asking them. I said, "Do you guys want to do a stream?" And I said, "You guys could do it on your channel." And Tim said, "Just do it on your channel." And so it's going to be Rotten Tomatoes, but this time we're going to be covering movies that are certified fresh that we believe are actually rotten. So
cool.
we might offend some people.
Okay.
I'm a little wary about that. Some people
Kind
might
of going
get
against the grain, being a little
Yeah.
contrarian there.
There'll
That's
be
cool.
some disagreements probably.
It's a little opinion.
Because I came up with, I
That
didn't
should be fun.
realize Hostel is like 60% fresh. And so I was shocked by that. And then Tim said Hunger Games is very shocked, is fresh. So we'll be doing that. And I'm going to try and get Sue on the channel if I can for that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to reach out
Very
to
good.
her and see if she'll do it. Okay, moving on. We'll say we're 6 through here. It's Alive trilogy box set.
Got me.
Nothing.
I don't
Okay.
have that one.
So 7 here. Steel books. Let's try steel books. My Bloody Valentine.
That's a good one, but don't got it.
No, I've got that. That's not My Bloody Valentine. That's
I know James has got some Scream Factories. Let me see.
I have Carrie. You haven't named Carrie. I have a more. Carrie is a great movie, by the way.
Carrie is.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Is
Yeah.
that getting a 4K? Has it been announced? For
No,
4K?
they haven't
It's
announced it
Not yet.
officially, but there's a slight rumor about it eventually. So
I'm
I'll tell you what, I
surprised
would
it hasn't been
love
already.
to hear about that one because I definitely want that on 4K when it comes.
Yeah,
out.
I'm surprised
Great
it hasn't
movie.
had a 4K already.
and that's
Great
slips
movie.
out of print and expensive. All right, let's go with a remake that I personally love. Let's say House of Wax.
Ooh,
Not the Scream Factor. I think I just got a
I
regular
got the
Blu-ray of that
DVD.
one. Yeah, I've just got a regular studio Blu-ray of that
Look
one.
at this.
Yeah.
Mel, Mika, I heard Mel is breaking off from the Rad Pack soon. Form the Killer Gals with you and Sue. You must have some inside info. Yeah. Love Carrie, I would say De Palma's top 5 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there for sure.
The Scream Factory will get a 4K soon. Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped collecting them because I'll just wait on the 4K. And once the 4K gets announced, the Blu-ray gets like 10 times cheaper. So
Yeah.
I think I'm all caught up on the chat here. All right, let's say Carrie.
Oh, I might have that one. Oh, yay!
Anybody?
I love this.
The original poster.
The original artwork, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right, James has got a point here.
in the back there. Yeah, Carrie is just Piper Laurie, just so good.
Oh no, not one.
Carrie, yeah.
Not the remake
So-
of House of Wax. Oh no.
So James, I've got a theory on Carrie. You let me know if you agree or if I'm off my rocker.
Okay.
Carrie for me is really a horror comedy, a satire, basically a religious satire.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's
I can see a possibility of that.
Yeah, that's an interesting angle with it. You know,
That's
Or-
always been my. That's
in
always
terms
been my
of
thing.
Piper, in terms of the way they treat Piper Laurie's character.
Absolutely.
Did you guys? Okay, we'll see what's coming out with that. Yeah,
I can see that.
they're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah. Did you guys like the remake of Carrie or no?
It
I
was
thought it was
Chloe-
fine.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
fine.
it's got Chloe Grace Moretz.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
It's okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not. It's
Julianne
not this.
Moore.
It's not this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
but it's okay. It's serviceable.
It's a PG-13 kind of watered down version, but it's fine.
This
it's fine.
slow motion use in Curie is top notch. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's keep going here. James has got 12 points. So hopefully Arrow Video, you guys come out with some titles. He just smoked everyone with Criterion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
He put it away early. All right.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. And I try to make it fair, it was just the 4 labels that were left. So I don't know what he's got. I didn't text him or anything. Okay.
Got 500, so
Yeah, he's got a lot. Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna ask the chat for the last 3 titles here. Mika, Discompletist, Ken, give me some Scream Factory titles I can choose from. 3 of them.
Be good to us, guys. Be good.
Yeah, don't be too harsh.
I have one right here. I'm just waiting for it to be called.
Yes, I got a couple.
I've got a bunch, not a bunch, but I've got some here, but they're just sitting here collecting dust right now.
There's like 700 Scream Factory titles, so this is a tough one, but I'll just wait for them to. I'm gonna wait for Mika to name one. Okay, Valentine. Let's go with Valentine.
Valentine, don't have Valentine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, horror fans.
Let's see here. Yes, the Candyman. It's a 4K or Blu-ray is fine.
Dell got it.
Yeah, we got it somewhere.
Because he's a Candyman completion.
Yep.
There you go. Candyman.
Dell is tied with KB. All right. I can't say Sleepaway Camp. That is super rare.
Oh, whoa. We can't say Sleepaway Camp.
He's like, I got that.
I got that.
Oh no. Uh-oh. He's just pulled Sleepaway Camp right there. Okay, let's go with 3 more here. Event Horizon, because Mika said that one.
Okay.
Pulling ahead.
With the slip.
With the
Very
slip.
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Dell said that. Okay, yes, Dell got that. Candyman. I think I'm gonna go with They Live for the next one.
Don't have They Live though.
I don't have that one.
Okay.
I want They Live.
Just the sequels. Yeah, because I think Sleepaway Camp is still in print. But if you want the slipcover count, it's super rare. All right. Last one. Let's go with Drag Me to Hell.
Don't have that.
No? All right. And I'll do one bonus one because Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, there you go.
All right. I think the one Mika named. Yes. Okay. I was thinking. Okay. All right. This is a twofer. This is the bonus, and then that's it for this one here. I'm all out of bubblegum. Yes. I came here to kick ass, and what does it say? Right? Or something like that. Okay. I came here to chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Kick ass and chew bubblegum. Yeah.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah. All right. So this is a twofer: Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead.
Neither one on those.
I don't have either one of those.
Do you guys like?
Sorry, Mika. Don't hate me.
I'm sorry, Mika.
Do you guys like the remake of Dawn of the Dead?
I haven't seen the remake.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either, actually, and I've heard it's really good, but I haven't seen that one.
I love the remake. I mean, if you're into fast zombies, they're aggressive and they run. So
I do. I mean, off topic, but not slightly off topic. But Train to Busan is plenty of fast zombies, and I love that one. That's a great movie.
Train to
I
Busan
love that
is
movie.
up there with probably one of, if not the best zombie film ever made.
It might be my favorite.
The fact that you can cry at the end of that is just in a zombie film is unbelievable. And if you don't cry, I feel like you don't have a heart.
Emotions.
Yes. Now, James, have you seen Train to Busan?
I have not. I definitely want to see it this spooky season. I've heard great things about it. Heard not so great things about the sequel, but I've heard great things about Train to Busan, so I definitely need to check it out.
The sequel Peninsula is a bit not nearly as good, but let me tell you, the final 20, 25, 30 minutes of Peninsula kicks so much ass.
It's good. Okay.
The last 25 minutes of it are wild.
Yeah. I always say it would have been better received if it wasn't tied in with Train to Busan.
Yeah.
Like if it was just
Okay.
a standalone
A
title.
standalone,
like,
its own thing. Yeah.
yeah, because there's nothing tying the two except
The title,
zombies.
okay. Yeah, I have it, but it's one of those I haven't got around to watching yet.
Let me catch
Okay.
up on the chat here. I'm all okay. She's not happy. She put 3 emojis, one for each of you. I've got Dawn of the Dead, Mika. I don't have Day of
Oh
the Dead.
no.
It's good, the remake. Yep, I like it. There. I have it. Yep. Train to Busan is her favorite zombie film. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
up there.
I gotta watch that. I gotta get on that
Those
one.
remakes. Check it out. So I've got 3 movies for you to watch: Dawn of the Dead, Train to Busan, and Haunt this October.
Okay.
Yes, Haunt especially. Dell, you haven't seen Haunt either. That is a
Right.
must-watch. Heard the sequel to Train to Busan is terrible. I didn't mind it, especially the last 30 minutes are insane. I love the remake of Dawn of the Dead. I think saw that at the movies like 3 times. Yep, I remember seeing it. I was 12 or 13.
So that's Haunt, Train to Busan, and what was the other one you mentioned?
Dawn of the Dead remake.
Dawn of the Dead remake. Okay.
I don't know. I cut out. I don't know if you heard me. Dawn of the Dead remake. Can't go wrong with Ving Rhames. Yep, Ving Rhames is great.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one in the mall?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that. That's who directed that?
Zack
Dennis
Snyder.
Mars or-
Next,
Yeah.
Now the Day of the Dead
I saw
remake
that.
is just awful. Yeah, that's like a straight to
That's what
video.
I was confusing.
All right, so we finished with that. Let's go into Arrow Video here.
Arrow Video.
Yeah, we went through. All right, I'm probably going to name quite a few of these here. All right, so do we all have some Arrow titles? A decent amount, everybody?
A few.
Yeah, I started collecting Arrow this year, so I have a few
All right, Dell.
limited editions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to give everybody a chance here. We're going to pull 14 or 15 here. You guys start in the chat just like next week, but I'm going to start this early. Throw out some Arrow Video titles and let us know if they should be limited edition or not.
Okay.
So let me get started with one. American Werewolf in London. All of you guys, yes, I love it.
No, mine's not an Arrow.
Oh,
That
no.
one. It's a steel book, but not an Arrow.
Yes, he's got it.
Yeah. Really good edition. I mean, man. I just have fallen in love with Arrow this year. I mean,
I just watched.
so good.
I just watched American Werewolf in London. I remember I called my dad and I was like, he's like, "You seen it? You remember? You know, you were like, I don't know, 9 or whatever." I was like, "Man, that was 20 years ago." And so I rewatched it and I remember bits and pieces, but yeah, just such a good one. So,
My
Great
favorite,
movie.
my favorite werewolf movie.
okay, I'm with Mika right here. Mika's speaking my language right here. Let's go Wild Things Limited Edition.
Oh,
Steelbook
yeah.
or the other one, either one of them.
That's another good one too. My goodness.
I
Yes,
know
It
James
looks
got that.
so good. It looks so good.
Denise Richards and Nev Campbell in 4K. Yes, please. Mika, I want your opinion. Would you be happy with the Cruel Intentions 4K from Arrow Video? Because if they can do Wild Things, they can do Cruel Intentions. I love
And I
that.
love this.
Agreed.
I can't wait to hang that up. That's going to be the first poster I hang up for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they do such a nice job with the reversible art and the posters and the books. I mean, it's just fantastic. Great
now it's always fun. You know, I didn't necessarily go and make predictions here, but James, I did not see you coming out on top here. But I didn't realize the extent of your Criterion collection.
Oh my goodness.
You got 11 out of 12 titles there. You got 11
Wow.
It was like a wrap after that. We started with Criterion and it ended there.
Pretty
Oh, my
much. Yeah,
goodness.
pretty
Pretty
much.
much.
Well, I'm glad. I guess I'm glad Criterion was in the final 4. I guess.
Yeah, I was happy too because I was like, it's not. I feel like everybody has a decent amount because you guys had a lot of Criterion too. So, okay, Wild Things, yes. Arrow does some great packaging with their sets, just beautiful. I do wish they would switch up the art for the 4K. Yes, 100%.
agree.
Because American Werewolf in London, RoboCop was the same Blu-ray art as the 4K art. So
Yeah.
okay, that is 2 so far. Let's say because I like this one too. The Stuff.
I don't have
I
that
didn't
one.
think any of you guys.
Ken
would.
knows I don't have that.
You know, you got that. You got the
We spoke
popcorn.
about
It's a good
behind
movie though. I
Is-
just haven't bought it.
I'm gonna go ahead and show that popcorn bowl here. So
Yeah.
the stuff comes with a bowl of. That's really cool.
Yeah.
The stuff comes with like a replica bowl as well. I don't have it, but it's pretty cool. I would love to get it. And I've seen some people with the cool stuff shirt. That's really cool. I got that one, Ken. I like that. That's for the Wolf of Wall Street 4K from Arrow. Well, that's not out yet. How does he know that looks good yet?
Just the packaging, I guess.
Yes, it's cruel. Oh, yes. Arrow looks beautiful. That's what he meant. My bad. Yes, it does. Did you see the little bag of cocaine that comes with it? Yeah.
Now, do y'all plan on picking up the Wolf of Wall Street from?
I
from
will.
I
pick,
do.
I pick up
plan on
every.
that, yeah.
It doesn't
That
matter.
would be a triple dip for me because I got the regular one. No, I got the Steelbook,
Steelbook.
and then I got the regular one. So
I
I'm
pick it
giving
up.
myself triple.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is going to be a little bonus one here. I'm not going to count it right now because I'll be surprised if any of you have this. Audition.
I don't have that one. Wow.
Mhm.
Dell's about to pull it, I think. Oh, wow.
Oh wow! Well done. Well done.
Yep.
I actually do like horror. He just hadn't called the ones that I have.
All right, let's go with Django. Any edition counts.
Oh,
No,
I
don't
sure
have
wish
that.
I had picked that one up last year. I heard great things about it. Ken talked about how good the transfer was on that. I need to get that.
They did switch up the artwork for Donnie Darko, but they didn't switch up the artwork for Hills Have Eyes, RoboCop, American Werewolf in London. All right, Django, I'm counting it.
Django. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's 4, I think I've named. Okay, Flatliners. Let's say that one just came out.
I don't have that.
Didn't get that one.
My order didn't come in.
I didn't get it because it's like $37.90, $34.99, and I didn't want to get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I didn't want to get that.
All right. Yes, Flatliners is excellent. James, sell a 20th and 21st popcorn bucket. I would order one.
Okay, you have to get my merch.
Merch.
Up and running here.
Where did you get the idea for 20th and 21st century? I mean, movies.
Just I
Pretty
love
self-restricted.
movies, from the classic era back to the 1920s and all the way up to current day. So just 20th century and 21st. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a weird name, but it's what I came up with. Until I think of a better name.
I love Audition. That main torture scene is too good.
It's crazy.
Mm.
This is crazy.
What about the Ringu set? Maybe a stretch. So I cannot wait. Speaking of Audition, reminds me of like Martyrs. Maybe I'm going to be doing a triple feature, and my buddy and I are going to film a video for it. It's going to be Martyrs, Raw, and a Serbian film, and he's probably going to have a smile on his face because he loves those kind of movies. I probably won't have the same reaction, but I am like, we've got to record a video. People have been telling me I got to record a video.
Yeah, I've seen Martyrs and Raw, and those are tough movies. They're good though.
Yeah.
they're
I
tough.
see.
I'm not brave enough for a Serbian film. But
I'm just waiting on Martyrs
Yeah.
from Umbrella, and I got to get a Region B player. So
Serbian film is coming out on 4K.
Yeah.
I saw.
pretty soon too. Okay, let's see here. 12 Monkeys will be number 6.
don't have 12 monkeys.
Got that one.
Is
Not the era.
With a slip too, actually. I got it with the slip.
nice.
Yeah.
James is up to 15. Everybody else 7 and 8. So you guys are gonna have to sweep the floor to catch up to James.
Pulling up the rear.
Okay. Let's see here. Those 3 in one night. That's a great triple feature. I'm planning on watching Martyrs, Irreversible, and Inside. Oh wow, that's a wild.
That's a lot.
I've seen Irreversible, and I've heard Inside is about some torture and some pregnant women and abortion and stuff. So yeah, that'll be a tough one too. Let's say this one here. 12 Deep Red. I know James
I was about to say James has it.
That's
Like-
a good one.
says we
And,
got
and I gotta give Ken, props. He recommended this one here, so this is such a good one. So good.
yep.
I haven't gone through the features of it, but I've seen the movie. But this is so good.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. My buddy Magic Hands in here. I don't know if he's still in here. But he says the same stuff. Like Ken says, we get a Serbian film, but not Exorcist. and he says a lot of that stuff. But at the end of the day, like, and I listened to a couple podcasts on Vinegar Syndrome. Somebody was talking about it, and there's somebody out there that wants it. And these companies, there's a reason they're releasing it. If the Blu-ray sold well, and a Serbian film sold really well, people want it, and so yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of curiosity about that title. So
yeah,
I'm gonna stick with a pass for right now.
Yeah, those three films, Bob, are too much for me. Yeah, Mika, they're tough. Irreversible is a tough one. I got to check out Inside. I'll watch them all once. But it's definitely rough. Huck, appreciate you jumping in. How was the stream? I'll definitely have to check that one out.
Huck?
He had his trivia.
Hey, Huck.
Hey, Huck. All right. So we're at 7, 8. Okay. Speaking of tough films to watch, let's go with The Last House on the Left.
Is mine an arrow? I don't know if mine is an arrow.
It's another limited edition one they got. That's 8. Hey, Huck. Hey, okay.
Mine's is not an arrow.
People are just a lot of sick people out there. I mean,
they're making movies.
Great. Let's see here. Ken, I'm not sick. I mean, I'll admit to it. Game was great. Some players had wonky internet, but it was still fun. Yeah, that's tough. I've had echoes before. It's tough. What can you do about that stuff? Holland, appreciate you still being in here. Flash Gordon.
No Flash Gordon.
Have that one.
Mine is upstairs.
AB's got it.
And I got 2 more I'm going to pull. I'll this one, get it ready, and this one.
The Hills
Tell
Have
me the
Eyes.
name since I can't see it.
The Hills Have Eyes and Phantom of the Mall.
I don't have either one of those.
No, sir.
Phantom of the Mall is nice. I'll show you that one.
Nice.
I just these Arrow video. You smell them. Remember we were talking about that.
Sweet.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's
nice.
You remember the live stream with Terrell on the second week, and Terrell's like, "I've never heard of it," and neither did Mike. And then Derek was like, "You got to slide it in fast and whiff."
Yeah, I do remember that. That was pretty good.
And he's like, "Inhale." Flash Gordon, nice, the limited edition one. Yep.
The thing about that movie, I remember going to see it. Those were the days when they had programs. They would give you programs at the movie theater. So it was like a big book, and you would flip through and see all the scenes from the movies. So that's childhood for me right there.
I think next week, because we moved through this so fast, I didn't realize this would go as fast. I think next week I might pull 15 or 20. It's the final week. I kind of want to go out with a bang, and I want to make sure that Jack gets to pick some titles. So I didn't realize this would go as fast as I thought it would take like a while to go through this. But Phantom of the Mall, did anyone get that? Yep. So that one.
Okay, Flash Gordon. Okay.
I've never seen Flash Gordon. Pitch Black. Sorry, Culture, didn't realize you were a Serbian fanatic. And it's only a movie. I enjoyed Phantom Mall. So speaking of a Serbian film, I went to a video store because I had never heard of it. And that's where he told me. And I went on eBay and somebody was trying to sell it for $200. And I ended up getting it from Grindhouse Video. But the guy at the video store had said like the director should be locked up, like, of a Serbian film. He's like, I've seen sick stuff and I'm into it. He's like, but that guy should be locked up. I cannot wait to watch it just to get that experience and know.
So this is a first time experience for you?
Oh yeah, the Serbian film, Raw and Martyrs are all three going to be a first time experience for me and my buddy. So we're both going to definitely film a video to show our reactions to that one.
I love Raw. Raw
like
was
I said,
really good.
People are weird. Yeah, my arrows, I have that smell. Still have that. Yep. The booklets, any booklets smell, new booklets. I have that Flash Gordon.
Hey, Huck. Of course you do.
Yep.
Okay, let's go with Legend. With Tom.
I don't have that one.
I got the original studio version.
That's number 9. Okay, I think I got it. Our video went long because I was drinking. You guys see last week, Floyd was
Yes.
yeah.
He was hilarious.
I know you guys were in there. Yeah, that's a fun one. No, and the thing is, Floyd, like he was like, I watched the video back because I did the same thing too once in my first live stream, but Floyd was fine, honestly. Like people, the thing is, you watch back and you're like, oh my god, I was saying dumb stuff, but like the chat loved it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
If the chat's loving it, so honestly, I got people DM me afterwards and they're like, Floyd is awesome. So
Yeah, go subscribe to him if you haven't already, people.
Floyd
Let him
has-
hit 100.
Yeah, he's
It's
trying to get
close.
100 subscribers. Help him get there. So
Go
if you're in the
subscribe.
chat, not following him either. Pitch Black.
Mine is
Studio
not a
version.
viral, I don't think.
I got all the studio versions of the Riddick movies.
I'm gonna have to do another triple feature night because people are giving me recommendations, like maybe Inside, Salo, and something else.
Yeah, my Pitch Black is the studio also, KB.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
the Blu-rays.
I double dipped. I got the Blu-ray with the slip and the 4K because I need the slip cover, of course.
Yeah.
Mega Mike is in here. What's up, man?
Mega Mike.
Yes,
Mike,
if you're just tuning in, Mike, you got to watch the stream because we were talking about you early on. So you're going to have to rewind and watch it for sure. I did not know I had so many Arrow video titles till the other day. I was cleaning out my closet. Yep. It's like Eminem said.
Yeah, Eminem, yep.
Weird Science. Yes, Weird Science. Let's go with that.
Don't have it.
Mine is held up in a Grindhouse video order that won't come out till when In Bruges comes out.
I got the Steel Book and that one.
Yeah, I thought about picking that up at the Barnes and Noble sale. I thought about it, but I passed on it.
That is another series I'm working on eventually, probably in a month or two. I want to do a Steelbook boutique series where it's like Titans of Cult, Mondo, Synopsis, Arrow, Scream Factory, all that stuff. I think it would be a lot of less
One
weeks.
click, all that.
Yeah, one click. Yep, absolutely. I don't have any of those. Montalab, all that stuff. Yep. Damn it! Now I gotta go smell my boxes. Yep. Yes, Ken Classic. Anyone get the Arrow release of A Trip to the Moon? I didn't even know what that
I didn't know they made one.
It's $90.
Wow.
Wow. Holland said if the stream gets dumb, I'll just leave, and I haven't left any yet. Yeah, honestly, Holland has been in every stream so far. So,
all right, Holland.
Shout out to Holland, and he's commenting.
Thanks for sticking in.
So yeah, absolutely, Dell. I'm pretty sure you've been in every one commenting too. I've seen you, so I appreciate that. And everybody else who's in there. Sorry if I didn't mention you. Mika's been here a lot, so appreciate that. Children of the Corn. Let's go with two more. Children of the Corn. You can pull out the trilogy or the single standard Blu-ray or the 4K.
Neither.
Okay. All right. And we'll say one more. We'll save one more. Let's go big or go home. Let's go Tremors. Now,
that one also.
James, you did that Arrow video stream, and we all recommend. Well, I wasn't in there, but I was in the chat, and everybody recommended Tremors. I
still didn't pick it up. Yeah.
If I'm being honest, okay, this is a little confession. This is a jealousy confession here. James did an incredible stream on Arrow video. This was like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, Arrow video for newbies, and which includes me because I was just getting into Arrow, so I picked up a lot of recommendations. Tim,
that might have been my first stream I was ever introduced to be honest with you. And that was the first time I was ever in a chat in a stream, and I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know people read the stuff, and you were reading off all the comments, but anyways, I was a little jealous. Now, I didn't know you at the time, but I was like, this would have been so much fun to be a part of because Arrow Video I am in love with Arrow Video. I would be like a sales spokesperson for them. Yes. So that was a lot of fun. I was like, oh my God, everything people were pulling. I was like, I got that. I want to pull stuff.
Oh, cool.
Okay, last title, Waterworld.
I got to rewatch that movie because I do not like it.
I've never seen it. I've never bothered watching because I've heard it was bad. It was so bad, and this was when I was younger, and I just never got around to it.
People like
Tremors and Waterworld.
Yeah,
Nice.
Do I get a half point for owning Tremors but not having it within reach? Not that it would make a difference at this point, but that's a great release, by the way. The 4K of Tremors, excellent.
Yeah, those boxes are incredible, and they're all different feel and different finishes on it, so different artwork. It's beautiful. All right, so that's everything for that. So, as I had said, basically the standings here, it was James with 16, Dell had 8, and KB had 8. So James doubled up on the two of you would have tied him if you.
Yeah, we would have tied him.
Oh, wow.
Good job, James.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I
Those
wasn't expecting
Criterion.
that.
Good job. Good job.
Criterion.
James, I will get you a video or a picture on Instagram of Blu-rays I have that I'm giving away eventually.
Oh.
Streams and all that stuff. So I am a delayed shipper. So be patient with me. But because I'm trying to ship everything out all at once. But I will get you a video or a picture, and then you could pick either 2 or 3 titles.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's just like 40 or so. It's not anything that's worth $90. It's just extra Blu-rays and stuff. It's just standard Blu-rays, but you might not own them. So
okay.
Some stuff. So I'll definitely get those to you.
Sure.
But did you guys have some titles you wanted to pull from Arrow, Criterion, and talk about? Because I wanted to give you guys that opportunity. Arrow, Criterion, Second Sight, or Scream Factory.
Sure. You want to go first, KB, or?
Yeah, we could just go around. I'm gonna start off with as far as Second Sight. This is definitely my favorite one. So if you can find a copy of Drive, like I said, even if it's a standard edition, try to pick it up. It's a great movie, great transfer, and you don't own any Second Sight. This is a great intro to them. You said Halloween 5, so I will go with Halloween. When you added the 5, I was like, ugh. But the whole series is great. What they've done with the transfers, also a great introduction. If you don't have any Scream Factory, I would start off with this. It's something familiar, and you could see the quality of the transfer and the different editions. So what you have 2 or 3 different editions on here. So really good pickup.
Now, KB, I heard that transfer that Scream Factory did on that 4K is a lot better than the Lionsgate transfer of it.
Yeah, I had that for a little while and I gave it away. I wasn't impressed as far as that 4K for a movie. I mean, I've seen the movie so many times. You kind of have an appearance that you expect from the movie, and that was a little lackluster. So I was happy when they decided to go with this because, it definitely looks better than the original 4K.
Chris, that steelbook's out of print. Love RoboCop. That's a beautiful steelbook. Debating getting it. Yeah, that Tremors is already gone, and it was like $55. It's hard pass for me.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 different Waterworld copies. Yeah, I got the steelbook 4K. It is super nice. Mika Battle Royale. Yep, that's a good one. If you guys are, the 19 people left still in here, June in tonight or next week, it's the final round, and the chat is going to be picking all of the titles for the guests. So make sure to tune in. That's
nice.
I'll be here.
Absolutely.
Okay,
nice.
Go ahead and pull any other ones that you wanted to kind of talk about briefly.
I just pulled 2 box sets for Criterion and Arrow. So for Criterion, this is great.
That's nice.
I've owned the DVDs as a box set. I've owned the Blu-rays individually, but this was really nice to have as a box set from Criterion. Criterion does a great job with their box sets. The Before trilogy is another great one, as well as the larger ones like the Wong Kar-wai and the Bergman and the Godzillas. And I saw it on Dell's shelf, so I'll just bring this up.
Oh,
yeah, this is another one of my childhood memories right here. 3 o'clock, Channel 5, New York City.
Okay.
All those Shaw Brothers movies used to come on. Then we'd go outside and try to practice on each other. So
And now we're doing volume 2, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
can't wait for volume
I'm
2
waiting
because
for it. Yep.
much
That-
more of the
those
Shaolin movies in there.
Those remind me so much. Just the packaging in the box remind me so much of the is it the Columbia Picture 4K box sets? Right?
Mhm.
They were just.
Yeah.
Are they similarly made or completely different?
The Columbia has like almost like a coffee table book inside of it.
Yeah.
This one, it's not as big, and then you could see.
It's like a booklet like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
nice.
the Columbia is individually packaged 4Ks, so they have their own cases and everything. So
Now they're all
volume 3
Blu-ray,
coming too.
right? They're all Blu-ray.
Yeah, these are Blu-rays, and the Columbia Classics are 4Ks.
And they're feature-length films. I pre-ordered volume 2.
Yeah.
Volume 2 is loaded. I gotta pick up both of those because the first one's not out of print yet. Nice, KB, thinking the Bruce Lee set. That Bruce Lee set is nice. Next week sounds like it will be a good time. Next week's gonna be jam-packed because I've got.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. Yeah,
I'll be there.
I can't wait to have my 3 guests. Now I'm biased. I say that every week, but yeah. Is that all, or you got another?
Yeah, I was gonna pull more, but I just pull like some of my favorites just to make it quick. So that's it.
Yep. All right. Let me hop into Dell here. You got that Shaw scope as well behind you, I see.
Yep, Shaw scope right there. And I'm a big martial arts fan, and actually one of my earliest videos was my Arrow collection. So there is some horror there, but there's also some martial arts like 8 Diagram Fighter. But the one I wanted to kind of pull, well, I'm gonna pull 3 together actually. Just gonna call these. There's Willie Dynamite. There's Foxy Brown. And there's Coffee. So these are some blaxploitation flicks. I like those too, especially Coffee because Pam Grier is one of my all-time favorites.
Is one of the all-time greats.
That's all they got to say.
One of my all-time favorites. So I had to get Foxy Brown and Coffee. I'm trying to get a couple of more of hers on Blu-ray that are not an arm and a leg. So
now, what came out first, Jackie Brown or Foxy Brown?
Foxy Brown was in the 70s.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's where Quentin Tarantino fell in love with
young in that.
Yeah, when Jackie Brown's announced for 4K, I'm getting that day one. I mean, I'm all over that.
Yeah. Both.
Pam Grier is great. The cast and Jackie Brown is great. I've got to see that. If people are into like themed months, Floyd does his Blacks in Cinema every Sunday, and
he does.
That's a great channel because he picks a different film every Sunday. So that's a really good one. A lot of people seem to be very in that. That's why it blows my mind Floyd's not over 100 subscribers, because he's got great content he's putting out too. That's everybody though. It's hard to get subscribers. So, if you're in here not following or subscribe to these people, make sure to do so.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I saw it. James, how long have you been on YouTube? Your channel's grown really well. It's over 2,000.
Actually, just last week, 2 years. 2 years.
Okay.
So 2 years on YouTube. So
you grew.
Time flies. I mean, it's like, wow, I can't believe it's been 2 years. So
yeah.
So
no problem, Floyd. Absolutely. I just shoot straight though. I'm not going to tell somebody to go follow somebody's page if they're not putting out content. So is that all, Del, or you got some other stuff?
I've got some other stuff. I'm not really going to talk about this one, but just in case, this is really, Bob, if you haven't seen it, this is one you might be into. Remo Williams, came out in the 80s, action flick. Lots of fun.
Is that Arrow Academy, or what do they call that?
That is just Arrow, just regular Arrow video.
Oh, okay. Because before Arrow video, they were something else. Yes. Floyd did Claudine. Did you guys end up watching that? I don't have.
Claudine is great. Yep.
Yeah.
I did a review of that.
I just shared that on my page. I try to make sure I'm letting everyone know about great content creators. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Claudine is really good.
I think that's what's so great about the movie community. I try to share people's content on my Instagram page. I don't know if people are seeing it. I don't know if it helps, but I definitely enjoy sharing content. That's why whenever I'm watching a live stream, I always post it on Instagram.
We mentioned Videodrome and Criterion. I don't have it, but that's the Arrow.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
From Scream Factory, I wanted to mention this one. I got Slumber Party Massacre Steelbook.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you like the remake of that? Because I didn't.
I didn't watch the remake. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna get around to it, but this was a really fun movie.
Remo Williams is fire. Thank you, Mika.
And
a really quick shout out just for 2 seconds, but like honestly, people like Mika and Gus and Holland Oates and Culture, Kel. I mean, there's so many of you, Dell, KB. I mean, there's so many people that are always in everyone's stream. So huge shout out to people like that. Always supporting people on Instagram and different things like that. And some of them don't, like Culture doesn't do a YouTube channel, but he is on Instagram Live a lot. So if you guys go,
all right. And I got 2 more quickly that I'm gonna talk about. This one, I've got the Bruce Lee box set up there also, but another martial arts set from Japan, Once Upon a Time in China.
I don't have that one. That's
with
nice.
Jet Li.
Yep, look at that. Culture said you can't go wrong with Once Upon a Time in China.
There you go. And then the last thing is the Melvin Van Peebles set from Criterion.
Nice.
I actually just did a video where I just watched all the movies in it, so I did a video talking about that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right,
I want to get that.
We're back out of the dub thing again. Are you guys fans? Because I hate when they dub. I watched Raid dubbed once, and I was like, "What am I watching?" I prefer the subtitles.
Me too.
Yeah, I prefer the sub.
But it's good to have the option, I guess.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm with Mika. I didn't like the remake, and everybody kind of was a fan of it. I just didn't like it. Wasn't my style. The Bruce Lee set has the English dub.
It has both actually, so you can watch it either way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it sometimes. Tenebrae has an English dub, and I like that. I was fine.
Yeah, how are the Argento? That's a question actually I got. How are the Argento all dubbed, or are they all?
Well, those Italian films, all of their, I think all their dialogue is dubbed in, and I think it worked out. I mean, they had an English version, and I think it sounded great.
Now, anybody who knows, and people in the comment section, because I was just thinking about this the other day, but I assume Raw, a Serbian film, and Martyrs are all French or foreign. I'm assuming.
I know Martyrs and Raw, I believe, are both French. I'm not sure about a Serbian film.
Yeah, and so that's all subtitled.
Yeah,
Raw and Martyrs then.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of subtitles. 6 hours of subtitles for me.
A lot of reading.
Yeah, a lot of reading. Got to pay attention here. Eyes on the screen. Okay, so James, you're up next.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go through a few ones here just in the interest of time. I mean, of course, an Arrow title, one of the first ones I got. That's just phenomenal. RoboCop. This was actually my first time seeing this movie. So in this edition, and man, really enjoyed it. So good. One of those great Arrow limited editions, and I just love this edition. Fantastic. So love that. Interesting fact: Nancy Allen and the star, I forgot his name. What is his name?
Peter Weller.
Peter Weller and Nancy Allen shared the same birthday, not the same year, but the same birthday. So that's kind of cool.
And she was in Blowout.
I didn't know that.
She's in Blowout, and man, so good. I just love that movie. Adoption. This is one of those foreign films, Hungarian film. I love Criterion Discoveries, so I love picking blind buys films I know nothing about or next to nothing about, and just discovering something new, a new director. In this case, it was this Hungarian female director named Marta Mészáros, and just learning about her prolific production of films, and this particular film from 1975, shot in black and white. Really nice film about two women, an older woman and a younger woman, who kind of form a mother-daughter type bond called Adoption. Really nice film. Beautiful black and white photography. So really nice discovery there of Marta Mészáros' filmography.
Now,
and
James,
then, of course,
James, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Like I saw Huck here, he posted that's a great RoboCop release. I have the Blu-ray and the 4K of it as well. and American Werewolf in London and Hills Have Eyes, and the list goes on. And you have a Blu-ray and a 4K of like LA, Mulholland Drive, and a lot of others. So do you hold on? You don't sell your Blu-rays either when you get a 4K of it?
I've been holding on to them for now.
Yeah, that's the same here. I have a hard time parting ways with like movies.
Yeah, and that's crazy, isn't it? Because there's really no reason to hold on to it, you know. But
now, American Werewolf in London, there could be reason, and I'm not sure because I don't. RoboCop, I think the same thing, but the 4Ks only come with the 4K. There's no Blu-ray, so you know having the Blu-ray actually could be beneficial if you ever go to a friend's house that doesn't have a 4K or something, or you're looking to borrow it out, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, especially because it's the same artwork too.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah,
exactly. And then Shaft. You know, this is one of the best. This is one of the best additions from Criterion so far this year. So good, and it includes a sequel. One of the sequels to Shaft's big score, and this 4K looks so good. It just brings early 1970s New York City to life, and just not only New York City, but New York City Black culture at that time. Just fantastic. Richard Roundtree, just wonderful.
James, do you have Menace to Society?
Yes, that 4K.
That is a great 4K.
Yeah, phenomenal. Oh, it is.
I love
so good.
Society.
So good.
That Shaft is beautiful. I can't wait to get Shaft in Menace to Society.
Yes. Yeah, Menace to Society, the way this is packaged is just, I mean, you just gotta love this. Oh, I'm doing the camera. But yeah, isn't that cool?
Oh, it's incredible.
And the movie is so good. The movie is so good. Yeah. I mean,
so
so good.
I've got a question for the three of you. Do you prefer Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society? That's kind of unfair to ask, but I got to go Menace to Society. It's one of my favorites.
For me, Boys in the Hood is the better movie, but Menace is the more exciting movie. The one I watch more.
Yeah,
for me,
I would say the same thing. Boys in the Hood is the more polished one. I mean, John Singleton, fresh out of film school, so he had the look that he wanted to give it and was successful with it. But Menace to Society, the Hudlin brothers, it's just more raw.
It's raw, yeah. And I need to revisit Boys in the Hood because it's been a minute since I've seen that movie, and so once I revisit it, I'll have a better idea.
I cannot wait.
But I definitely agree with him.
I cannot wait to revisit both of those. If Floyd does either one of those for his Blacks in Cinema on Sunday, I'll definitely watch it with him because at least Boys in the Hood, because I have that one, and I got to get Menace in November at the next sale. So
free content, Big Chris.
There you go.
And then the last thing is this title here, a Scream title, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Love this. I love this film. I love this 1978 remake. This is one of those examples of remakes that just hit the mark. Of course, the original 1956 film with Kevin McCarthy is great. But I think this probably tops it. It's just so good. Donald Sutherland and Jeff Goldblum and that great cast. So Leonard Nimoy, Spock is in it. So just love that movie.
Now I've got a little trivia question for the three of you. Okay, this is completely off topic. But we had, talked about Dell's anniversary. KB and James, you guys are married as well, right? You have been?
Yes.
How many years have you been married?
I've been married for 20 years.
20. So Dell's got you by 5, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Dell, 25.
Yeah, congratulations.
How about you, KB?
November makes 27.
27.
Got me beat.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
95.
Congrats. Would be pretty. Dell and KB at the weddings when they're like and they start eliminating the longest marriages, the people who have been, you would be one of the last ones up there.
We'd still be standing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys need to the married guys here, Floyd.
There you go, Chris.
Yeah,
25 years for Floyd. All right.
Yeah.
Hi, Big
Congrats, Floyd.
Yeah. Wow. Same as Dell in here, so that's awesome. Yeah, I was just thinking that I was like, I got guys with their fathers too. I believe all three of you, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome. You guys got daughters, sons?
I've got a son and 2 daughters.
Same here.
Nice.
My son and then.
And I saw James. How old is your son? Because you were at the game with him, right?
Yeah, he's 14.
14. Okay, that's awesome. No, I grew up like, see, me and my dad were so close because he and like, Anaconda was the first movie he took me to see in theaters that I can remember. So like ever since then, it was everything. You know, I remember he got yelling when he introduced me to Porky's.
Oh, no.
My mom was not happy about that one, but
I remember that's a film that doesn't get enough credit. I think that film should have been nominated for Best Picture that year. No.
I tell you,
and Bob Clark should have been nominated for Best
I was with
Director.
you for a moment, Dan. And I was like, what?
Now, I will say this. Watching it as a teenager and then watching it later as a dad, it hits completely different, especially the shower scene. As a teenager, I was with the guys, you know, peeping in the hole. But
then he became a girl dad.
Yeah, after the dad, it was like, oh no, yeah, yank that thing off. We
yeah, once you have girls.
Yeah.
I love when the Miss Ballbreaker is like, she wants to do a lineup and she's like, I could tell that tallywhacker from anywhere. Oh my goodness. I am so old school, like you'll still hear me use the word tubular. Yep. Barf me with a spoon. I don't care. I can't, like, I love the 80s. Yep. Porky's.
Oh, the ultimate collection there.
Ultimate. They got a steel book Arrow put out of that too. So yeah, Porky's is fun, but I always talk about Porky's. I mean, it was kind of a staple in my childhood, that and American Pie. But I remember once I was watching Leprechaun 3, and when there's a stripper that comes out of the TV, my mom, I was like 9 or 10, and my dad had me watching it, didn't know what was in it. And my mom walks in the room and at that exact scene, and she's like, what are you letting him watch? And he's like, it's Leprechaun. It's just a horror movie. How is I going to know there's a stripper coming out of a TV?
And that's when it began.
Yeah, Dennis. Yeah, you got to see it. So you got to at least see it once. Poetic Justice. All right. Well, that's all for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and kind of wrap this up. I'm going to let you guys all kind of promote yourself at the end of this. But if there's anything else you guys wanted to talk about or see, just, I don't know. But otherwise, I appreciate everybody being in here. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, tease next week here. It's going to be Mel, a friend of mine named Alex, and then Vinicio is another guy I just recently met not too long ago. So it's going to be a great panel. It's going to be really exciting. We're going to it's going to be Arrow and Scream Factory, and we might go 25 or 30 titles poll, and we'll see what they got. So it'll be fun. Cool. Definitely be a battle as well for that one, so it'll be a good time. And it's one of those things, I've talked about this recently, because I do these like tournament style things, and I never want to copy somebody else's idea. And I know that 4K D-Ray has his battles, so I've always made sure I was always very careful when I'm creating new content not to go down that same idea, because that's his thing. So I never wanted to feel like I was plagiarizing or copying. So yeah, it's tough, and you guys are YouTube creators. There's so many YouTube creators, you don't ever want to overlap or do the same thing somebody else does.
Right.
So yeah, right. It's tough. It's a battle. But yeah, let's go ahead, KB, promote yourself and anything else you want to say.
Yeah, KB Loves Movies, all about collecting, conversations, and reviews. I have a conversation coming up with Bob tomorrow, and that should be up probably early next week, probably a week from now. Also, things that I watched in August, I did a scavenger hunt on Letterboxd, so my movies watch will kind of go around that. And we also have my Killer podcast coming up in about a week or so stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you. And thank you, Bob, for having us tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Now, you did a conversation. I didn't watch it yet. If you posted it with Durant, did it go up yet or no?
Yeah, it went up last Monday. I posted it while I was on vacation, but it's getting good reception. He's such a fun guy.
Yeah,
it was good. I watched it. It was good.
I've got to watch it. While I'm working tomorrow, I'm putting it on. I'll just drive and listen to that one, because I listened to the one with Sue. I listened to the one with Derek, and Tim was great as well. So yeah, I try to listen to all those.
Yeah, Ken and Durant Cinema were the last two.
Okay, I gotta listen.
Mid-level media.
Definitely listen to Ken's. Yep, and Ken does live streams too with conversations. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, so Dell on movies, and my YouTube channel is, I like to say it's more about movies than about collecting. I do show off stuff that I have, but I much rather talk about the movies themselves. So I do that. My last video, I did a video about all the football movies that I have, and I talked about each one of those movies. As mentioned, it is my 25th wedding anniversary tomorrow, and my wife is joining the channel, and that video will go up tomorrow where we do our top 10 romantic movies. If I can find some time later in the week, I'm gonna try to put out a review for Honk for Jesus, since I just watched that. So I'm crossing my fingers on that one because I'm not sure how much time I'm gonna have. But yeah, come subscribe and like and comment. Definitely comment if you come by, because I love to have conversations about movies.
Dell, you gotta send me a link if you don't mind on Instagram of the football episode.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, it's good. I watched that.
Yeah, I love football movies. So, and I honestly, it would be so much fun to create a poll here and be like, does Dell look over or under 30 years old? I feel like it'd probably be under. It blows my mind every time I go into the solo here, and I'm just like, this guy, like, he looks a few years older than he's been married for.
Yeah. So every once in a while, I'll still get carded. And that just cracks me up.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Got to be a compliment. That's got to feel good. Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
51 years old and you don't look a day over 40. That's for darn sure.
Thank you.
That's crazy. So, all righty, James, go ahead and take it away.
All right. I'm James with 20th and 21st Movies. Bob, I really do appreciate the invitation. Really enjoyed tonight. It was a lot of fun. I'm shocked to win. I just figured, well, I have a Criterion collection, but I'm not really a big Second Sight or these other, labels. So I'm a little surprised, but had a lot of fun. KB, Dell had a lot of fun with these guys and everything. So my channel's 20th to 21st Movies. We're about all things cinema, and we just like talking about films and movies. We do a lot of movie reviews and reviews of releases from the Criterion collection, Arrow Video, Kino Lorber, and talking about mostly movies, but also we have been covering the She-Hulk series on Disney Plus. So that's a little bit of a fun diversion into a silly TV series that's been fun to watch. And of course, this Wednesday got a live review of one of my favorite titles in the Criterion collection coming out. Going to be doing a live review at 7 p.m. Eastern of this title, Blowout, which is one of my it's one of the first Criterion collection editions I picked up on Blu-ray back in around 2013. It now has a new 4K Ultra HD release. So I'll be talking about this 4K Ultra HD release, how it compares to the Blu-ray, and whether or not I recommend getting it. Spoiler alert, get it. So it's great, Blowout. So by a Brian De Palma film. So, but again, thank you for having me tonight, Bob. Really enjoyed it. A lot of fun.
No, I appreciate you guys all joining. I love having different guests.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
The idea. If you guys ever, I know I'm going to be on tomorrow, so if you guys ever, I'm always up for live streams. So let me go ahead and finish off with the chat here. I know Huck had said that Porky's is a slick looking release. Great battle. One of the funnest chats I've seen. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Is completed. Thank you for being here. It's up to everyone. Perfect. So that's
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
If you're still in here, make sure to smash that like button. And before you leave, also subscribe to everybody's channel if you haven't already done so. Like I said, they put out great content, and you heard them all talking about different ideas they got coming up here. So KB is the NPR of
Physical Media. That's right.
Absolutely.
And then the nude bots just came
Thanks,
in.
Chris.
That was sex bots. See that?
when you made it, sex bots show up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looking forward to the content coming, guys. Yes, absolutely. 51 looks 25. Yep. See?
Mm-hmm.
Dell looks like he's in his 20s. See,
Yep.
he got married when he graduated middle school.
Middle school.
51, more like 31. Yes, the movie coming out 4K Trini. Nice, Dennis Amityville. Yep. Yes, definitely pick it up. Gonna get Blowout. Yeah, I'm gonna get Blowout 4K for sure when it's November. So well, with that being said, like I said, everybody that is still in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Mika, Culture, everybody, Discompletest, Helen Oates, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody, and thank you to you three for tuning in. Like I said, if you ever need a guest, I'm always up for being in live streams. I'm
thanks for having us, Bob.
Yeah,
Cool.
thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Yep, I'll talk to everybody. Have a good night, and I'll hopefully see everyone next week.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.